Uh-oh. I don't know why Zoom's not working. I've been hacked. All right, hold on. Let me try this again. Hold on. I think my Zoom was hacked because something's whacked. Oh, there you go. I just rhymed. So while I'm doing this, let me say hi to everyone. What's up, everyone? Welcome members, Patreons, future members, future Patreons, subs, old subs, new subs, everyone in between. And hold on. Window. Let me try doing a new Zoom. Hopefully it'll work. There we go. Alright. Here I am. Yay! So I'm like hiding in a little corner for a reason because I look like death. I've been making candles all day. And I just figured that I don't really care to do true crime when I'm not on camera. I like doing true crime when I'm on camera. Especially a reaction video. So that's why. But I'm just very little in the corner. And whew, lots of things to say. Lots of things to say. So, I went over to Molly's and I looked at some of the comments. Whew, I got bashed and I laughed because they're all trolls that we've never even seen before. So, carry on. And they all come from the same place. Laura's so horrible. Laura's so this. Laura's so that. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, so as you guys know, let me give you a little background. The other night, I had given Molly Don's phone number, and we called him, not expecting him to respond to talk to us at all, but he did, surprisingly. And last night, I was begging her to call him because I had a lot of questions, and a lot of people say, "Oh well, you know, he's been asked the questions before." Yeah, but he never gave the answers he gave last night either. So there you go. You know, someone could get the same question and ask it a different way and you will get a different response. It's marketing. It's interviewing 101. Just saying. But I know trolls wouldn't understand that or know anything about that because that's who they are. So carry on. Also, before I even get into that, I want you guys to know, anyone have Discovery Plus? I've been watching, while I've been working today, I've been watching this Andrea show about a girl, Andrea, who went missing. I haven't watched the end, so I don't know if they found her or not. But it's really good. If you guys want to watch something about missing, this girl, like, was on Facebook, like, looking for missing people, and then she went missing. And I'm on, I think, the 3rd episode, and I think there's 4 episodes total. So I don't know if she was found or not, but it's really good. And I use her password. Yeah, it is. It happens to be really good. What's up, D? Hey, Goldie. Questions were good. The interviewees were slashed. Yes, they were. Oh, you watched it, D? It's good, right? Hey, Pretty Does. Your mail is going out Monday. I was supposed to get to the post office today. I got behind with printing subscription cards, and I just got behind. So, yeah, it's called, hold on. No, they're Finding Andrea. And there are 4 episodes, yeah. Oh, I guess I'm at the 4th episode. And it's about a girl who goes missing. Quinny, you're here. Woohoo! No, it's not members only. Thank you, American Dream. American Dream, you love me. Okay. Andrea Nabel. Here, let me put it up so you guys can, like, see it. 37-year-old Louisville, Kentucky, mother of two, Andrea Nabil, volunteered as part Missing in America, a group of people who devoted their lives to finding missing persons. Organization claims an astonishing 98% success rate and credits the unique psychic abilities of certain members with its success. All their work stopped in its tracks when Nabil, a key member of the group, a well-liked mother of two young boys, vanished into thin air. And it just follows it. And you find, like, in the 4th episode, you find, like, a lot of stuff. It was actually really good. Of course Maid was good. Hey, Debbie. Thank you, Debbie. Interviewing is kind of my thing. I do interviews the best, more than anything, and I don't curse. So, all right. So there is, I may call Don after this. I don't know. Or even during this. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. Let's see how this goes. But, you know, people were telling me things that I kind of didn't even realize. And that's also why I want to listen to it again. Unfortunately, when I was recording it, I thought that my voice was going to come out, but it didn't. So what ended up happening was all you guys heard was Don. A lot of people were confused. I told everyone, go over to Molly's. Nobody really wanted to, a lot of people didn't want to listen to the whole 3 hours or however on that we were on. So that's why I figured I'd do this now. I got candles, drying, curing, whatever. And I figured now would be a good time. So I'm not going to be on long, probably like an hour. But I definitely wanted to do a reaction to this. Welcome, Pretty as Pretty does. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So here we go. Because I know a lot of people really had no idea. Okay. Alicia, as far as that goes, I don't know, but I really hope not. I hope nobody called the cops. I don't even know why people went on and said how, let me switch you guys over here. I don't understand why people went on and said that, hey, Cindy, you know, you should call the cops. This is what they did. That's who they are. I mean, this is their life. Nothing's going to change. This is how they live. It's sad but true. So I don't think calling the cops is going to do anything or get like some big revelation. It's not going to happen. 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. All right, so here we go. Let's get right into it. And for those of you that didn't hear my voice, now you'll be able to hear my voice. All right. Here we go. Hey, Don.
Stop, Candus. Yeah.
It's like Brian. What's up, Don?
I'm not a dumb bitch. My wife's calling me a dumb bitch. Oh my gosh. Liar. How y'all doing? I'm sorry.
Hi. What's up, Don? So I'm Laura.
Not much. How y'all doing?
We share a mutual hate for someone, which is a good thing. So, Don, I just have a couple questions. And I mean no disrespect,
Okay.
so don't think like I'm coming at you or I'm trying to disrespect you or anything like that. It's totally not like that. But I'm from New York originally, so people think I sound like that, but I don't mean to at all. So I was in Tennessee a couple of weeks ago and I saw Summer's billboards and they were actually very beautiful. Yeah, I saw 2 of them heading to Nashville.
Right.
And some of my questions
we went to Nashville.
Yep, there's 2.
We went to Nashville a couple times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're pretty far from Nashville. So, Don, one of my
we was driving up through there.
One of my questions is, when you were on Ziggy's panel, I think last week, there was a kid in the background. Was that Hunter?
Candus, stop.
Who's that?
That's his wife, Candus.
No. There was a
My
kid in the
wife
background.
down there raising hell. She's so sick of. Never mind.
What?
I'm listening to you.
No, it was definitely a kid. I can't hear her.
You don't want to hear her.
Is she mad at us?
Yeah, she's pissed off at the world.
Why?
Because she's in
If you
pain?
can imagine.
Oh, because of the pain?
Well, because someone stole our daughter. Okay.
Let me tell you, I am so glad that he said that. Honestly, I really am, because that was what I was hoping he was going to say, not, oh, she's in pain, she's drunk, because that should have been the first thing that was said. So I do like that he said that.
Someone stole our daughter. There's all kinds of people on there making us look like the criminals, number one.
I agree.
And hey, let me fucking say the story, okay?
Tell Candus I'm totally on her side.
Okay, look.
Tell Candus I'm on her side. I'm not against her.
I know that, but she don't understand that.
No, I'm really not against her. I've been on her side.
There's all kinds of people online. Look. There's all kinds of people online trying to make the abductor look like the superhero. And
Who's the
trying to make
abductor?
us look like we're a criminal.
Who's the
If you can tell us who the abductor was,
Oh,
then I promise this will all go away. I promise.
Oh, if I tell you who the abductor was?
If you tell us who abducted her so we can get her back, we'll make this all go away. I promise.
If I tell you who the abductor was?
Yeah. Do you know? I don't think you know.
Hold the fuck up. Hold the phone. Hold the fucking phone. Wait a minute. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, you said it
right.
Hold up, baby.
What the fuck are you talking
Baby,
about?
stop. I can't hear a fucking thing over you. Stop.
Why is she stupid?
Stop. I don't even know what the fuck she's saying because I can hear shit over you. Stop.
She's a dumb bitch.
I have to hang up then. Because I can't hear shit over your fucking loud mouth.
Do you want to make
bitch?
And so ain't you being.
Do you want to go and get her fire started? And we'll wait for you. It's fine. If she's uncomfortable,
what now?
If you want to go make her comfortable and start her fire, we'll wait for you. It's fine.
No.
Oh no!
Stop, Candus. Stop.
Now, let me tell you one thing I noticed. And that's why also that I wanted to listen to this again. It seemed that every time I brought up something about Candus possibly being guilty, she would freak out. And I was thinking about this all day today. And it seemed like that's when she would freak out the most. And that's why I wanted to hear this again to see if I was right. This live took place last night.
Stop.
Candus, I'm trying to help you. I really, truly am. I've been trying to help you.
Fucking stop, man.
I'm not
He's
the
not
enemy.
trying to help me.
I'm not your enemy. I have had your back from day one.
Because she's stupid.
No, you don't even know what she's saying because you won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know what she's saying.
Stop. I would like to know, but I can't hear a fucking word over your fucking ass.
I can't help you and her sucking dick.
Stop, Candus.
Suck dick some more. Suck your dick some more. Suck your dick some more.
Candus, can I please fucking talk for a minute?
Fuck you and her both.
I'll just fucking end it then because I can't fucking say shit.
Candus, let me help you, Candus. Let me help you.
Ain't nobody trying to help us.
I am.
There is nobody.
I am trying to help.
I don't care about nothing.
I do care, Candus. I honestly and truly do. I actually, one of the reasons I turned on Chris was because I didn't like the way he was treating you guys. And I thought it was wrong.
Chris McDonough?
Chris
Yeah,
McDouche.
she doesn't like
Chris
him.
McDonough?
I call him Chris McDouche. But yeah, Chris McDonough. I'm totally on your
Okay.
side.
Well, that's good. Okay.
I keep saying him.
Look, she's at the point where she don't give a fuck anymore.
But she needs to give.
I'm sorry, but I'm glad you turned.
She needs to give a fuck. I understand she's hurt.
Stop.
I understand she's aggravated. I understand everything she's feeling. I could not even imagine what she's going through. Months already. I could not even imagine.
That.
Especially if the whole world is coming at you thinking like everyone's against you and all you want to do is find your daughter. Believe me, I get it. And I'm a fighter. And believe me, I get it. I understand. I do.
Oh, Chris McDonough's glad he should be a lucky. He is lucky I can't get my hands on him. Believe me.
I hear you.
He is real lucky. Because of what she's going through right now. And because somebody stole our daughter, and then because he come out here and smeared us like he did, he's lucky I can't get a hold of him.
He's wrong for what he did. Wrong.
Yeah. He's real lucky because of the pain that she's feeling right now and everything. And I don't know what my daughter's going through. And because Chris McDonough thinks he's got a smart mouth, he's lucky. He's lucky he ain't got a broken jaw. He's lucky he ain't got a broken jaw. And I can't figure out where he's at. And I can't get a hold of him. He's damn lucky.
But for the sake of Summer, we need to stay strong.
Right.
We need to not break down. You know, we have to stay one step ahead.
Candus, stop.
She's just upset. I understand that she's upset. I can't say that I wouldn't be upset either.
No, she's at the end of her ropes.
And I understand, but she's got to stay strong for Summer and the boys. She has to. If she breaks down and Summer comes home, she's not going to be able, Mom's going to be out of her mind. Like, she needs to stay.
If Summer comes home, that'll be a different story. But as of right now, she's not coming home. As of right now, there's no hope.
Vanessa, let me say this. I knew people were going to say that, but I put myself in their position and I thought, you know what? If I had a missing child and the whole world is coming at me, I can't say I wouldn't be smoking crack. I couldn't say that I wouldn't be flipping out. They lost all their kids. So I'm not judging them for being high or being drunk because I can't say I wouldn't either. Once you're an addict, you're an addict. And in the worst of times, it's the first thing you think of to heal yourself and heal your pain. So I'm not downing them for being wasted or anything or saying that that's guilt, because that wouldn't be fair. And as an addict, I know that. I mean, they've lost everything. Most addicts are going to go back to what they know to comfort themselves.
As of right now, there's no sign that she will ever come home.
Why are you saying
We
there's
don't know
no
that.
hope? But why are you saying there's no hope? You gotta have hope.
Yeah.
I cover a lot of crime stories.
Well, we
now.
have hope because
You
there's
gotta
so
have
many
hope.
assholes out there like Chris McDonough and Mary Hartman and my stepsisters and all kinds of assholes out there.
Who's Mary Hartman? Can anyone fill me in on who Mary Hartman is?
Gonna make sure that anybody who takes our sides will be attacked
I haven't been
with
attacked.
everything that they have.
I've taken your side. I haven't been attacked.
I'm surprised. I'm really surprised.
Because I got a big mouth. But
they took our heart and soul from us.
now,
Believe me, if I ever find out who took her, it's not going to be good.
do you honestly?
They broke my wife's heart and they broke my heart.
Do you know what happened that day, or any idea or any thoughts of what happened that day?
Yeah, I know exactly what happened. This is what happened.
Right? Weren't you?
Yeah, I was at work, but you know what? I trust my wife's word 100%, and I know exactly what happened. 100%, and this is what happened. Some sorry motherfucker come up here and abducted our daughter. That's what happened. Why?
Oh, I believe that.
Can't nobody understand that?
Oh, I believe that.
Why can't nobody get that through their fucking head?
Let me tell you why I believe that. Because the FBI said the dog scent ended at the end of the driveway. And that to me sounded like that had to do with a car, that she was kidnapped. So I agree with you that she was kidnapped.
Yeah, thank you.
And I always
that's what happened. There's no other two ways about it. There just ain't no other two ways about it. She was kidnapped off our property.
Now, I will say this much. After hearing this again, I feel more and more that he's convinced himself of this, because he didn't sound like this in the beginning. And when it first happened, it was possible. You know, somebody could have possibly abducted her. But now he's dead set on, this is it, that's all that happened. Almost like he just completely convinced himself and nothing will change it. I don't know if you guys get that opinion. And thank you for telling. I thought Mary was a stepsister, but I wasn't sure. Thank you.
And you know what? I will tell any person. I will tell anybody that don't believe that, they can go straight to hell.
Where was
That's what happened. They stole our beautiful child off our property.
I believe that. Where were the dogs?
They took our little girl.
Were the dogs not
our
there?
Stupid fucking dogs that are stupid as fuck. We don't, man. Hey, please. You're talking about some stupid mutts that are stupid as fuck. They're not like German Shepherds. They're not like high-profile dogs of Great Danes. We're talking about stupid mutts that don't give a. Man, you got to understand, these dogs that we have are fucking dogs that people just drop off here. They stole all our good dogs. They stole our daughter. And they drop off their fucking mutts here, and we take care of them and we feed them.
Notice what he's saying. I'm going to break it down. He keeps saying they, like he knows there's more than one. And he's saying that they drop the dogs off. So did someone exchange dogs for kids? Because that's kind of what it sounds like. He keeps saying they. I did ignore the pain because I didn't know why she was crying. And I knew if I lost him, I may never get him again. So that's why I kept him. Oh, I heard her.
But they're stupid. These dogs here are fucking. mutts that people drop off here. You have to understand, they're stupid as fuck.
Why do you think that they bark so much with like Chris when Chris came, but then they wouldn't have barked?
They bark it. No. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Oh, it is a
That's
lie.
a fucking
Okay.
lie.
I'm
I
just
can
going by.
show. I can show you videos. Yeah, well, he's a liar. I can show you videos where people come up here and they don't bark at all, and then I can show you other videos where they bark at nothing. Absolutely nothing. These dogs don't mean shit. They're stupid as fuck.
Do you
They're
think?
lucky I don't. Never mind.
Yeah, but he also said they when he said about they took his daughter. They. Everything is they took the daughter. They took his daughter. They took his daughter. Instead of someone took my daughter. Kind of like when somebody says, what's a common instead of saying I miss like they're still alive, they end up referring to that they're already dead. I can't think of the term, but you guys know what I mean. I know with my dogs, like my dogs can detect evil, so maybe the dogs detected Chris was evil. But do you think that
These are the stupidest dogs you ever seen in your life.
do you think you
Trust
knew?
me.
Do you think the dogs may have known the abductor and that's why they didn't bark?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Man, these dogs are so stupid. They don't know when to bark and they don't know shit. And they sure as hell ain't gonna fight off nobody. They're gonna run like.
Thank you, past tense. When they talk about somebody in past tense when they're missing instead of being alive, I kind of feel like it was that same thing.
Little bitch ass
Yeah, my dog does that. My little
dogs
one
like they are. These
does.
dogs are stupid that we have here. They're mutts that people drop off here. You guys don't understand. You're not hearing me. You guys are not hearing what I'm saying.
Not all mutts are dumb.
Well, these fucking mutts are dumb.
Do you think the abductor knew the dogs? And
It
that's
don't
why
matter with these dogs. These dogs you can just totally count off because they're stupid. These dogs doesn't matter. These dogs they don't know when to. Man, these fuckers dogs bark all night over nothing. And then when someone comes up here, they don't bark at all.
Yeah.
You can see it in the videos. If you watch all the videos, these dogs are stupid as hell. The dogs don't even come into play. Trust me. Don't even count these dogs as nothing.
Do you think somebody took her maybe for
Look,
like
hindsight.
Do you think
This is what we know.
taking her
Somebody
for
abducted our daughter.
Yes,
No,
but
someone abducted our daughter.
Yes, but most people abduct
This
for
is
a reason.
this is the fact.
I know, but most people abduct for a reason, whether it's money or for a sex trade or something. There's usually a reason.
Right.
So I'm just wondering,
or for personal sexual gratification.
Oh, God
or
forbid.
just to kill some little kid.
God forbid.
Yeah, I think they would have found her by now if that was the case. I do.
That means she's far away from here.
It's
that means
possible.
she's far away from here.
It's definitely possible.
That's probable, not possible.
Why do you think Candus's mom took off right after she went missing? Was that just coincidence or?
Gosh damn, this is the 1,000th and 10,000th time I've answered this question.
Oh, you've asked her that too?
I've only answered this question. This will be my 1,199 time I've answered this question. Okay, just so you know.
I'm sorry.
Because she wanted to avoid all these. No, listen. I'm not trying to be mean.
It's okay.
But you have to understand.
I get it.
She was smart enough to get the fuck out of here to avoid all these stupid questions. That's why.
He had never given that answer before. It's always been to take care of this one or take care of that one or take care of a brother or something. But I guess because he's drunk, the real truth came out.
She went through this shit with her first child. When
And
Rose Marie Bly, come on, she went through all this shit with her. She seen this shit coming. She knew it was going to happen. That's why she left.
She knew what was going to happen. Was probably one of the most interesting things I heard all night. She left because she knew what was going to happen. That's kind of odd.
Because she knew, she seen all this shit coming. Probably. But she should have stuck it out. I mean, don't.
But didn't Candus need her? I mean, that's her mom.
Yeah. Right. But her mom ain't never been for her before.
Caslin, I know that he doesn't like her. That's why I honed in on it.
Before, and nothing has changed now.
Do you think it's possible that her mom had something to do with the abduction? And that's just a question.
No.
That's not an accusation.
No.
No, because I would kill the bitch. And I would kill any bitch for taking my daughter. Anybody, if I find out who took my daughter, I will kill him.
I don't blame you.
I promise you.
I can
And
understand.
if I thought that,
I'd kill him
he
too.
would already be dead. I'm not a killer, but when it comes to my daughter, I will become a killer.
I understand.
I promise you.
The problem with that is that if you do find out who did this and then you kill them,
There ain't no problem with me.
Anyway.
I don't give a damn. Now, when it comes to my daughter, you don't know. When I find out who took my daughter, I will be probably going to prison, and I don't care. That's fine. I've never been that way. I've never wanted to hurt anybody in my life. But when you fuck with my daughter, that's a whole different fucking story.
I get it.
Somebody's gonna fucking die. I've never wanted to kill or hurt anybody in my entire life until now. You have to understand that. And if you think for 1 minute that my mother-in-law has something to do with it, she wouldn't even come back here. I would kill that bitch. I will kill anybody, man, woman, man. I don't give a damn. Over my daughter, you fucking rice.
Her mother.
And she's here, and she's not dead. So what does that tell you?
Do you think Rose was abducted?
Dumb bitch.
Who?
You dumb bitch.
Who? What?
Rose.
You're talking about sister now.
Yes. I mean, I'm just
Will you
asking.
please let me fucking talk?
No,
I'm not accusing anyone. I'm asking.
now they're talking about sister.
I can't hear because this dumb bitch keeps opening her fucking mouth. What'd you say?
Really?
Man, please shut the fuck up, man.
Do you think it's possible that
What'd you say?
Do you think that Summer's disappearance had to do with Rose at all, even though it was so many years different?
You know what? We don't know that.
No.
We have no idea because we don't know what happened to Rose. Therefore,
And I honestly thought that was the best answer he could give because he's right. If they don't know what happened to Rose, they don't know if it's connected at all. They don't. They have no idea. And I thought that was honest. It was consistent. And it was pretty much the answer that I wanted to hear. And I'm glad that he gave it. Where Candus was like, fuck you, dumb cunt, blah, blah, blah. But I'm glad he gave that answer because he's right. He doesn't know.
we don't know what happened to Summer, so there's no way of telling on that one. We don't know. There's no way of telling.
And they never got any answers about Rose?
No, not one clue, nothing. The only thing that we know about her is she was supposed to go to a bar to meet some people, and her car was parked at a gas station, right? As far as I know,
She was supposed to meet my cousin at a bar, and she never ended up there.
Yeah, her car never ended up there. They found her car at a gas station parked.
That's all we know.
And that's the last time nobody's seen her. We don't know. There's no way of telling. And that's what makes me lose hope about Summer, that we'll never see her again. Statistics show 99% of all the kids abducted get found. I don't believe that bullshit.
No, not 99%. No.
See, can't. All right. So
No,
Rose.
I put those statistics on Don Wells on my Facebook on Don Wells. I just don't believe in the statistics. It don't make sense. 99% of all children abducted get found. I
No.
don't think
No,
so.
that's not
Why is
true.
there fucking over? Why is there 300 missing kids in Eastern Tennessee? And they're trying to say 99% of them get found. Something ain't right with. I call bullshit on that. But it's on my Facebook. Don Wells on my Facebook. But I don't believe it. I strongly disagree. Why is there 300 missing kids in this area right now and they haven't been found? Something ain't right. Something is not right.
Yeah, Tennessee has a lot. Tennessee and Ohio and Iowa actually have a lot.
And the reason I think that is because this is easy pickings. In other words, yeah, you can come here from out of some big city or whatever, high crime rate, but you can come out here and pick up kids. I seen a little girl the other day, about 2 months ago. She's about 5 years old, just standing on the street. I drove by her. I was just shaking my head like, what the freak, you know? And it was just driving me crazy. So when I come back out on the dead end, she was still standing there. I'm like, oh, hell no. So I pull in the driveway. I asked that little girl, I said, where is your parents? She says, Papa's in the house, blah, 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 or whatever. So I go and I knock on the door, and he's like, what the fuck? I don't know what he's saying. I knock on the door again, and I just hear some mumbling. So I just opened the door, and I said, you know, this little girl's out here on the freaking road, standing out here, 5-year-old little girl. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't understand what he's saying. I'm like, man, whatever. And I slammed the door, and I went and got in my truck. And I waved at the little girl. I said, see you later, you know. And I got my truck and I left. So the next thing I freaking hear is this fucking little girl's mother fucking gets on fucking YouTube or Facebook or whatever, says I tried to coerce that little girl into my truck. That's the thanks I get for trying to make sure that little girl was safe. The fucking little girl's fucking bitch mother fucking spread the word that I was trying to coerce that little girl into my truck or some bullshit. That's the things I get.
Wow.
Molly's fucking face here is priceless. She doesn't know what to say. She is like if she was next to me, she would be kicking me. For real. Like, she had no idea what to say. She was blown away. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, her time. She was lost.
Yeah. That's when fucking bullshit. Oh my gosh.
John,
I almost went back up there.
Let me ask you a question, because this is something I've wanted to ask you for a long time. When you, in the past,
fine.
when you had posted on Facebook a post about that it was a very beautiful post, that you're going to see Summer again one day, and that God is taking care of her and she's in heaven and so on and so forth. And I just always wanted to ask you, why think she's dead instead of having to hope she's alive?
Well, like I was.
Now, let me tell you why I even asked that question. A lot of people ask me, why would you ask that? I'll tell you why. The answer I was looking for, he did not give. Most missing parents that I've seen in all the cases that I've covered, missing parents believe that somebody took their child and is raising them as their own because they couldn't have a child. So they took theirs. And that's what gets them through every single day. That's what gets them through the thought that my child is missing and I don't know what happened to her. and I'll never know what happened to her. And I'm talking when kids are taken when they're very young, not like a missing, 30-year-old or 20-year-old, or even a missing teenager. When a little kid is taken or a baby is taken, people say that, hey, do you believe she's gone forever? Do you believe she's with God? And every single one of them who were not accused of doing something to their own kid, every single one of them always has the exact same answer. And that answer is somebody raised them as their own. That's what I need to believe, true or not, until I'm proven otherwise. That's what I'll say. He did the exact opposite and assumed she was dead. Could it be their class in life? It could be. But, I mean, kidnapping has no barriers. So I really don't think it is that. I think that there's more to this, and that's why he gave that answer. So just something that's why I asked it. Thank you, American Dream.
Saying before, okay, the human brain goes from one extreme to the other, and plus the dreams that I've had some pretty serious dreams and stuff. So the human brain goes from one extreme to the other. 1 minute you might have hope, okay, that maybe God's going to turn this over and blah, 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 and it might work out. And then next thing you know, you're way down in the dumps, you're about ready to kill yourself. And you just think, there's no way I'll ever see my little girl again. And you just feel like going off the deep end. And then next thing you know, you're coming up and you're thinking, well, maybe there's hope again. This is the human brain. You just go to this low and high. It's just the way it is. 1 minute you have hope. Believe me, right now, if I could find out who took my daughter, I'd probably kill him. Right now, as in this moment. Right now, I don't think I could hold myself back. I don't know what I would do right now. I'm just so tore up right now. That's my state of mind right now. Tomorrow, I might be a little different, thinking differently, but right now, I'm just so fucked up. I don't know. And I've never wanted to kill anybody in my life, but I do right now. I've never wanted to hurt anybody ever in my life. But right now, I could kill somebody.
I get it. I would feel the exact same way if it was my child.
And it just drives me insane, man. I'm just going crazy. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I've never been this way in my entire life.
I've actually said that before. I said, as horrible as this sounds, I think I would rather bury a child than have one missing, because missing, you just never know. You just never know.
Just
And
totally.
So I get it.
And I lash out at people, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm really worried. I'm just freaking out. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like I need mental help, but they don't know how to help nobody. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't. I'm really worried.
Do you remember the day that
I love you too.
Do you remember the day Summer went missing? I can't remember.
I remember the exact day Summer went missing.
I'm saying what day? Now I did that because he didn't even know, neither one of them knew her birthday. That was asked previously, and neither one knew their birthday. What was it?
I might not remember birthdays or anything else, but that is one day I remember for sure. What about it?
And what was the day?
June 15th, 5:30.
That was it, June 15th. Okay. I couldn't remember.
Yeah. I can't remember her birthday, but I remember that day. Isn't that freaking crazy?
That's all right. I forget things.
What the fuck?
I
Huh?
totally forget. If he wouldn't have known that date, I would have had a big problem. But he knew date and time and everything. I forget things too. I couldn't tell
Yeah,
you my
but why do I
anniversary.
remember that day? I don't remember her birthday, but I remember that day. That's weird. Wow.
That's not weird. I mean, that's traumatic. It's very traumatic.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah,
I completely
yeah,
understand. Where do
right.
you go from here? Like, what do you want to happen? I mean, obviously, I know what the end result is, but what do you want to happen? Like, do you think this red
What I'm
truck was?
afraid, I'm really scared of what might happen and what I might do. That's what I'm afraid of.
Do you have any
I'm
idea
really
of who
scared of
this
that.
could be?
If I had any idea, I'd be up their asshole
Yeah, but they may be long gone. I'm just
right
saying, like,
now. If I had any idea, I'd be right up their asshole right now. I promise
understandable.
you. If I had a clue, if I had anything to go on, I'd be right up their ass right now.
And the boys didn't see anything either?
No, we're not allowed to talk to the boys about that.
Why?
Isn't that fucking crazy?
That
Have you
is
ever
crazy.
heard any bullshit like this in your entire fucking life?
Why
I'm not
can't you
allowed
talk?
to talk to my fucking boys about my daughter that's been. What the fuck kind of shit's that?
That's crazy. Why not?
I've never even. Right? How do you process it? How do you deal with it? I had to sneak the other day when I was with Josie. I had to sneak and talk to him. Like, I had to sneak and talk to him about his sister. I can't believe this shit. I can't even talk to my sons about their fucking own sister. What the
Are they
fuck?
are they in therapy now?
No, I'm not allowed to talk. According to welfare and the courts and everything, I'm not allowed to talk to my boys about their missing sister. Like, what the fuck? Like, she's a ghost? What the fuck is this? I don't get it.
Wow. Yeah, I don't get that either.
I don't understand it.
That's
No,
odd.
it blows my mind away. So we're just gonna pretend that your sister never existed. Like, what the fuck is this?
Did you ask
Oh
them
my
why?
gosh, it just blows my mind away.
Did you ask them
Yeah, I
why?
tried to ask him about, like, you're just not allowed to talk about, huh? Do what?
What do you mean that Summer was not in water? That she was never in water that day? Me?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Oh no, I was saying, did you ask the police or whoever why you can't speak to them about it?
I asked the welfare case workers about it. Yeah, you're just not allowed to talk about her. I'm like, in my mind, I'm just freaking out. You know, I'm not allowed to talk to my boys about their sister that's been.
For everyone who thinks he should stay and think positive, think she's alive. How many of you think she's alive? She dead is forced down their throats. But Miss Hippieland, thank you for the super chat. But like I was saying before, most people that I've ever seen that are truly innocent want to believe their kids are still alive. They never give up that hope. So that's why I find, even though deep down you know they're probably dead, you can't go through life thinking that your child is dead. You would much rather think that your child is alive. That's what I was saying.
Fucking abducted. Really? Oh my gosh.
What
It
did the
just
police,
blows me away.
what did the police say about the whole situation? Not about the boys. I'm saying in general, just about the whole situation.
What they've told me, like I said, when I was in.
And I asked that to see if they accused him at all, if they wanted to accuse him, if they tried to accuse him. That's why I asked them that. Thank you, Angel Kisses.
Gym, okay. They took me into a holding cell and they talked to me for like an hour and a half. And they said, look, Mr. Wells, okay, look, you might not see what we're doing, but look, we love, like you guys said, you know, they said, we love your daughter like you do. We want you to understand that we're doing everything we possibly can. You might not see what we're doing. You may not get it, but we want you to understand, Mr. Wells, that we love your daughter like you do, and we're doing everything possible to try to find her. You know,
Okay.
they made me understand that. And I was like, man, I so appreciate that. You know, guys, thank you. That's all I could do was just sit there and thank them, you know, because I didn't understand that until they made it known to me.
All right, let me address this real quick because it's not the first time I heard this. I don't know who Cher is. I don't care who Cher is. If I wanted to get on this case for views and money, I would have done it a long time ago. When Tiffany was blowing up, I would have jumped there, would have jumped with her and AB and Chris and all of it, and would have, you know, skyrocketed. I chose not to because it's just wasn't my thing then, and I don't like Chris. But they're making it a big deal. Here's the thing. This is what separates real true crimers and money true crimers. Real true crimers don't see them as rock stars. Real true crimers don't look at them as they are, what's the word? Celebrities. They're not celebrities. They are possible suspects, but they are parents of a missing child of a case that many people are covering, that many of my Patreons follow, many of my members follow, many of my subscribers follow. That's who they are. If I have questions that I want to ask Don or Candus or both of them, as a human being, I'm entitled. We live in America. For anybody, I don't care who they are, for anybody to act like they own them or you shouldn't talk to anybody, we're all searching for the same answers. And the more people that talk to them in a respectable way that can actually get answers and maybe find out things, we didn't bring him on panel to embarrass him or anything like that. And I think that was proven in the way we both spoke. Both meaning me and Molly. So, you know, when I hear shit, this one said this, don't talk to this one. That's somebody that's using him for views and money. Don is not a piece of property. He is a parent of a missing child. I am a YouTuber, a true crime YouTuber that covers cases. Some cases I follow more in depth than others, but for anyone to act like they own what Don and Candus does speaks volumes about who they are. That's all I'm going to say on that issue.
You know, and because I was just giving up. You know, that's why I turned to YouTube and all kind of stuff, you know, because I didn't know what they was doing. But they made sure that I understood that they're doing everything they can.
Right?
They did what?
Right? They haven't accused you of Candus or anything, right? Guys, I heard about
I got hey, you have to, I have 7 alibis.
What?
If not more. Baby, don't.
Okay. If you haven't heard this, listen very, very carefully. I'm going to rewind it for a second. And I was yelling at someone in chat, not at them. But listen.
And I was like, man, I so appreciate that. You know, guys, thank you. That's all I could do was just sit there and thank them, you know, because I didn't understand that until they made it known to me, you know, and because I was just giving up. You know, that's why I turned to YouTube and all kind of stuff, you know, because I didn't know what they was doing. But they made sure that I understood that they're doing everything they can.
Right?
They did what?
right? They haven't accused you of Candus or anything, right? Guys, I heard
Man,
about
I
the
got
neck.
hey, you have to. I have 7 alibis,
What?
if not more. Baby, don't break my fucking door. Come on. Really?
Well, you were at work.
Come on.
Don't break the fucking door.
Fucking open it then.
You dumb bitch.
Oh, you're gonna call me a dumb
You
bitch?
break my fucking door.
Can you imagine what Adrian would look like if she said to Molly, if Adrian said to Marissa, you dumb bitch? Oh my God, she would deck him on the spot. I thought it was funny though, but she was like, what?
Yeah, fuck you.
You dumb motherfucker.
You're fucking whore.
No, he
I
said
have
he had
7
the boat there.
alibis. I have 7 alibis. Candace ain't
Well,
got
you-
none. She's going
Because
down.
you were at work. Right?
Yep.
Let me repeat what he just said. I have 7 alibis. Candace has none. She's going down. Yep, that's what he said. I have 7 alibis. She has none, and she's going down. Speaks volumes.
Yep.
And they've always said you were at work.
Yep.
And then
Plus, I have
How
a
did-
good friend named Starlink. My buddy named Starlink, and yeah, Starlink.
now, Don, I've heard the story from other people, but I would love to hear from you, like what actually happened that day. Because I've only heard it from like Chris McDouche and a couple of other people, but I would love to hear
If you don't
from
break
you
the door,
what
please.
happened that day.
Whatever,
Please don't break the
Charlie.
door.
And this is what I'm talking about. Why did she freak out? Because I wanted to hear what happened that day. I mean, we all know the story 1,000 times, but I wanted to hear it from her. And I mean, I wanted to hear it from him, and she went ballistic over it. Why? That's a part I can't seem to figure out. I don't know why she went haywire over it.
Please don't break the door.
I asked you a question.
What?
And you asked, okay, Starling.
I was talking to her. What?
Stop lying.
She asked me what? What is your question? What? I'm listening. Come on, man. What?
Well, that real itches. That's disgusting.
I'm supposed to show your ass live on I'm live. Stop it. It's fucking live, you dumbass.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it isn't.
Can't stop.
Okay, whatever. Play your little game, Donnie.
All right, I'm gonna have to go. She don't think we're live and shit, okay? And she's fucking going off and acting like an alcoholic. I have to get out here now.
And Marissa's like, no. And I was like, no, just getting to the good stuff, Don. Don't leave. Marissa's like, yeah. I'm like, no. Save him, Marissa.
That's fine.
I
Thank you
appreciate
so much
y'all.
for talking
Thank
to
you.
us.
Don, I'll
All right,
talk to you
thank you.
later.
All right, bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Okay.
Candace.
We'll suck your
Thank you.
dick later.
That is fucking live, you dumb bitch. You want to act stupid, man.
I just discussed my back. That's all I asked.
Fucking live, you fucking bitch.
You do hear a hit. That was a hit. I mean, do we know that it was a hit? No, but that sounded like a hit. Story from other people, but I would love to hear from you, like what actually happened that day. because I've only heard it from like Chris McDouche and a couple of other people, but I would love to
But
hear
if you don't
from
break the
you
door,
what
please,
happened that
What,
please don't break the
Charlie?
door. Please don't break the door.
I asked you a question.
What?
And you asked, okay, Starling.
I was talking to her. What?
Stop lying.
She asked me what? What is your question? What? I'm listening. Come on, man. What?
Well, that girl itches. I asked you sketchy.
I'm pretty sure show your ass live on I'm live. Stop it.
Let me ask you guys a question. Anyone that's ever been in a physically abusive relationship, I have not, so I don't know this answer. Would he, if someone is afraid of getting hit, would she talk to him like that, or would she be afraid to talk to him like that? Because that's the part, I mean, as far the things I know about physical relationships, I stopped it. But the things I know about physical relationships, she would be afraid. But some people that are in physical abusive relationships tells me no, they don't necessarily have to be afraid. I think they abuse each other too. I don't think it's one way. Because if he really hit her like bad all the time, you would think she wouldn't talk to him like that because she'd be afraid that that's how he's going to react. Unless she's just so used to it. All right, you would still talk that way? So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. See, some say yes, some say no. Yeah, I don't think she's afraid of him.
Fucking live, you dumbass.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it isn't.
Can't stop.
Okay, whatever. Play your little game, Donnie.
All right, I'm gonna have to go. She don't think we're live and shit, okay? And she's fucking going off and acting like an alcoholic. I have to get off here now.
That's fine.
I
Thank you
appreciate
so much
y'all.
for talking
Thank
to
you.
us.
Don, I'll
All right,
talk to you
thank
later.
All right, bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Okay.
Candus.
Let's go
Thank
your
you.
dick later.
That is fucking dumb bitch. You want to act stupid, man.
I just scratched my back. That's all I asked.
Fucking live. I'm fucking bitch. Stupid.
Oh, they just seen that. You're a dumbass. They just seen you punch me in my throat.
Whatever, man.
You're a dumbass. You're a real dumbass. You got a real dumb fucking ass. They just seen me throw me in the punch. Well, you're a dumbass. No. You're real dumb fuck.
So I've been yapping away. Sorry about that. Thank you, Shandon. Because that's kind of what I thought. That somebody that's abused like that or hit like that is not going to, even afterwards, like it had no effect on her at all. She was just like, you know, whatever, you're a dumbass. Like, she wasn't hurt. She wasn't crying. She wasn't upset. I know I was muted. I apologize. I'm sitting there yapping away and nobody can hear me. But I've heard other people say that they can. I'm not muted now. They are not going to attack it. That's what I'm saying. I am not muted anymore. I can see my sound. I can see it. I'm not muted. You guys can hear me now. Yeah, but she was crying more just talking to me. Reactive abuse is a thing too. But the reason why, and I said this last night, I'm going to say it again. The reason, and Shane Dawn, if you didn't hear me, thank you. I think, because it sounded like he hit her, and then she said that he hit her. So to me, that's kind of assuming that he hit her. I didn't even see what she wrote, Cinnamon, but I heard. I just wasn't dealing with it. And I wouldn't have said anything. I don't disrespect people like that. I wouldn't have disrespected or changed the panel. Who were abused by their husband. They never talked like Candus to their husband. That's what I'm saying. It sounds weird. Now I lost my train of thought of what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. Don said his mom never paid attention to her, maybe negative attention. Well, that was something else he was talking to Molly about, that she's much younger than him. She's like 30 years, he's like 30 years her senior or something. Never heard of it before? Hit to the stomach wins. Nah, I don't think it was the stomach. She said the throat, but I don't know. It sounded like he smacked her maybe across the face. I don't doubt that. Some domestic violence situations, they will gaslight the situation to get the other one to do something that they will fight. She's 39, he's 56. Okay. I think it is the norm for them. I really do. I don't think they know any differently. It sounded like her arm to me. It could be. But it could be her face. Hang on, I gotta let Book out. Come on. Go. Go, you're sitting there barking at me. Go. Go. Then shut up. Don't bark at me. Alright. She could be his daughter. Why is she yelling she cannot talk? Buka, stop! Hang on. Damn dog. Let's go. Come on. Go. Go. You guys see my pajama pants? But it was like as soon as I asked what happened that day, tell me what happened that day, she went off like she wasn't having it. And I don't understand why. I think they're abusing each other too. So a lot of people were asking me my thoughts on what I think happened. I'm going back to the beginning. And I got to be honest with you, my feelings have not changed. I'm at the point it really hasn't changed. I think that Candus and Grandma had something to do with this and Don was at work. It's the exact same theory that I had from day one. I do think Don is sticking up for her. I think Don has convinced himself nothing has happened. I think that Candus knows something. And I think Grandma knows something. Nothing has changed my mind on that. It sounds like she said he hit her gum, her mouth. Well, I believe that. Because Anne-Marie, it does sound like he smacked her across the face. But this has been my theory from day one. And I really, really think Grandma was involved. Oh, somebody could have taken them, Jeanette. I'm not denying that because here's the thing. The one thing that kept me believing that she was abducted, and I have a hard time changing because of this, because I am pro-blue. I am pro-police. I am pro-FBI. The dog scent ended at the end of the driveway. Well, if the dog scent ended at the end of the driveway, then that tells me she got in a car and somebody took her. Whether they knew that person or not remains to be seen. But again, I haven't followed this case like many of you, so I don't have all the details that transpired from, August all the way until now. So if I'm missing big pieces, I apologize, but I'm letting everybody know right up front, I haven't followed the case like many of you. So I'm going back to what I know from the beginning. And in the beginning, I honestly think, thank you, Sierra, I honestly think that the dog scent at the end of the driveway is a big, big thing. And whether Candus was involved or not, I'll tell you what I don't believe. I don't believe Candus's story. And I never did, that she went over to her mom's for 5 or 10 minutes and Summer got out and she was gone. No, I think she was doing dope or she was doing something fucked up. She was nowhere near the house and Summer was taken. That's what I think. Because she said she was with Grandma. No, you weren't, because we saw the property. Thanks to Chris, we saw the property. We know you weren't there. Or you didn't go for a walk like she had too many different stories. So that makes me believe that she may not have been there. Maybe she was getting high. Maybe she was sucking dick. I don't know. But I never believe the story that she was just running over to her mom's for 5 minutes. And where was her mom? What were they doing in the trailer? I'm just not buying it and never did. And my feeling on that has never changed. That's when Grandma distracted her. Nobody believes Candus day one. Yeah, I never did. Thank you, Mama. They need to get very tough on Candus. I agree with that. But she hides behind him. And to be honest with you, we don't know if Don knows. Maybe if Don knew the truth, and I'm just throwing something out there, maybe if Don knew the truth, Don would kill her. And she's never told Don the truth. And Grandma left. And this is always, again, I could be missing stuff. But maybe Grandma left because she knows that Candus is guilty and she doesn't want the wrath of Don on her, knowing that she knows what happened and probably took her somewhere. In that sense, they might be scared of Don. But I don't know. You have to get Candus away from Don, which Chris did do a good job of that. You do have to get her away. But getting someone drunk, like I would love to have Candus drunk on panel, because when they're drunk, their defenses go down. They forget things. They say things. Like, I've never heard Don say before that Grandma left because she was avoiding everything. I've never heard him say that or even heard anyone talk about it. So he was so drunk, lead a horse to water, you can get him to drink. Not always, but sometimes. H was at the house. Too many stories want the truth. I asked about Hunter. He never answered. Grandma gotta die. I don't trust Grandma at all. Hey, Jonice. They forget birthday. No, I think even when they were sober, they would forget birthdays. He remembered the day she was taken. Someone lived on the property and her scent would have been everywhere, including the end of the driveways. Carolina scented dogs. Yeah, but the scent stopped at the end of the driveway, and she did live on the property. It should be in other places. I can see you, Quinny. Candus too busy yelling at you. I'm telling you, for real. Brian Laundrie is alive. Brian Laundrie is not alive. Brian Laundrie is dead. Dead as a fucking doornail. The anthropologist did not say the remains were undetermined. No, I have not, Caslin. I don't even know who Chase is other than some local yokel. Is it long? Should I play it? It was said by his stepsister that years ago Don tried to sell his older children. Yeah, that was proven to be false, though. For some reason, I remember that was proven to be false. But I can't say for sure. I don't know how you forget your kid's birthday. But at least I remember the day she was taken. Jay said Grandma took Summer to save her. I don't believe that. I'll tell you why. What about the boys? Did she not want to save the boys? Why'd she only want to save Summer? It's not too long. Not so much of it has been released. So why is everyone freaking out on Tiffany if only a little was released? No, it's true. He did try to sell them as to Mary. No, it's hearsay. If one says yes and the other one denies it, well, then what? Who are you going to believe? Exactly, Morg. Shoulder up. Don't know. Which video was it? Oh, come on. She's got like all of her videos are like 5 hours. I need a timestamp in a video. If someone, Caslin, can you give me a timestamp and the name of the video? The Chase thing, I'm pretty sure Tiffany and AB found that to be untrue. Yeah, I don't believe it either. It's on AB's channel. Alright, I'm looking on Tiffany's channel. It's easy to find on AB. The boys will have been interviewed, but the GBI and cops won't release what the kids said. But what the boys said will be important if they want, even once Summer saw that day. Go to AB channel, you'll hear the call. Alright. Uh, 423 chair. Okay. Yeah, it's only 6 minutes.
Just know, I've never, ever opened my mouth and told anybody anything you've ever told me, and I'm not going to now. I trust you. Do I know if the person that told you this is fucking with you? I don't know. That I don't know.
Well, I can tell you this. The person that told me this is not fucking with me because I made them verify it before I ever believed it.
All right. But...
Okay, you verified, but Summer's still missing, and you didn't go to the police, so sit the fuck down. You're full of shit. I already know this is full of shit. But I'll listen.
I just want you to know, I'm a loyal person. I'm loyal to a fucking fault. I don't tell anybody anything. I keep what my friends tell me in confidence. I do not run my mouth. I don't tell people what people tell me. I'm a vault. Unless someone fucks me over. And you gotta fuck me over real hard for me to do something. And even with something like this, you could fuck me over tomorrow, I'm still not gonna say anything because it's not me. It's not me.
Because all that's if I fucked you or anybody over, the only thing that's gonna do is take away from what's important. Why do that to people, man? Why do
I'm just
Benny
telling
Keys?
you.
Benny Keys, I ain't done with him. I'm still putting his ass fucking.
Well, I'm just telling you, I've never done you wrong, and I'm not gonna do you wrong now.
I know, honey. Why do you think I'm telling you? I know. I trust you. I believe you. Don't think I'm your enemy. I ain't, honey. I'm not. I'm not.
I don't
And
think
you
I'm
may,
the enemy.
you know, just wait and see. See here, I'm the one that told Penny they was on Dr. Phil. I'm the one that sent you the pictures of Candus. I knew that shit a fucking week before it happened. But you think Penny gave me any credit for that or anybody? No, I don't want it. I could have come on my channel and done that and got all the damn views. I don't want that.
Chase,
That vigil, you know.
do they know that Summer is safe?
No, who? Does who know?
Anyone.
The only people that know Summer's safe is Grandma, Candus, and the authorities, the certain authorities. But they have to put one more missing piece, and that's who the woman was that took her out of there.
Well, Grandis
That Lord
knows who the woman is, right?
Yeah. It was somebody that trusted, that Summer knew and trusted. She's okay, honey. And Grandma's gonna be a hero.
All right.
Just watch.
And I'll apologize to her. If that's true.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of people apologizing, because that's why I always said from the beginning, don't worry about the who. Don't worry about the who. Who don't matter right now. You know, Pink, why, you know, tell me, why do you think I ain't running around searching places and shit no more right now? Why you think I ain't wasting my time doing? Yeah, I did this billboard, but I did the billboard before I knew that what I just told you. Okay, but I can't stop now.
No.
I can't just say, you know.
No.
So I did the billboard before I knew what I just told you.
Jace, if they don't know who the lady is, then who the fuck is Summer with? Some guy?
No. Mm-mm.
All right.
It's okay.
Well, I just don't want... Is someone else hurting her? Like, I don't know. Is she safe? Is
No. No. Only person that was hurting her was that motherfucker that it's going to take everything I do to not reach in my pocket and pull this 9mm out and put a bullet right through his fucking head tonight after I heard everything I
How
heard.
are they going to prove that Summer was... Are they going to bring her to the doctor? Are they going to prove that she was hurt by him? How... Oh my God. I can't. I cannot. So, Trish... When Trish came to me and told me that her mother had been raped by Don, and I said, why is Summer missing? Why is Summer missing? History repeats itself.
Do what?
I said history repeats itself.
Yeah. But you're doing it with your own fucking daughter. I'm telling you, Tiffany, it's gonna take all of my damn power tonight after I know what I know now.
When did you find out?
Last week.
Oh my God.
So you see what I'm going through? You see what I'm fighting down here right now?
When are they going to turn her over, though? Like, when are they going to turn her over to the authorities? Why can't they give Summer to them?
10 to 14 days. Okay? Which is probably down to about 11 now.
Does Penny know?
Does Penny know?
Yeah.
No, but now let me tell you something. I ain't told Penny. But now Penny's smart. She's close to putting it together. Because, you know, she talks.
All right, that guy is so full of shit that I can't even say it enough. Totally full of shit. First of all, they have so much money invested in manpower to finding Summer that the proper or the right authorities, that is the biggest horseshit I ever heard in my life. I would have called this guy out in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. It should be turned over to TBI. Absolutely. Let him put his money where his mouth is. Since your source is just so reliable, get the fuck out of here. Guy's an idiot. See, that's the thing. Unless you show me hard fucking proof. Hey, Amy, unless you show me hard proof, like physical proof that she is safe somewhere, yeah, I'm not buying a story. Sorry. He made a mockery of Summer missing. It kind of sounds like it. It reminds me, no offense everyone, but it reminds me of the people that say how Brian Laundrie, you know, was found alive when he was in Cuba, and we have sure sources that we saw him in Cuba. Meanwhile, Brian Laundrie is fucking dead. So, and he's been dead from day one. So it's, people need to wake up. So I don't know who's, what is this 423 Chase Grifter? What's that?
I stand by it. It was told to me, and I don't care who it makes mad. But for somebody to sit and say that I know where Summer is, as much money and time as I have spent into looking for this little girl, okay? And them to sit and say that I know where she is. If I knew where she was, I would have went and got her.
I know you would, dog.
I will not tolerate by nobody. Okay?
So what's happened? I don't understand what's happened, Chase. All I got, I know I'm autistic, right? But I'm getting confused because I don't understand what's going on. I thought we were doing the billboard, which we are.
We are doing the billboard. I'm working on another one going up. We need to put the billboard.
We can still give you the money tonight then, yeah, and you put it in the billboard, you promise?
If you want to send it, look here, I'll go ahead and say it for everybody to hear, just so we can put this stuff to rest, okay?
All right, call me dumb, call me stupid. However, didn't he just say, this was only 6 days ago, didn't he just say that he knew where Summer was? And now he's acting like he didn't? Which one came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't get it. Why would anyone talk to this dirty old man? They're all nuts. Tim needs a good therapist. Nah, I don't know. But didn't he just say that he knew where she was? I'm confused.
Yeah.
If you want to send it to the Cash App. I'll post it. I'll put it up there. But Chip, the only thing that I cannot do, okay, I can't, if it's over money, I mean, I checked on it today. The stipulations that are being said, I can't guarantee that. I can't do that because of the laws. I mean, they're just different here. I mean, I can't put those stipulations on it, but like I say, it'll go to the billboard if that's what people want to do, it will. But
yeah, because
I don't know how I'm being drug into. It seems like I'm being drug into the middle of everything, or just trying.
See, yeah, Nicole, that's what I'm saying. He's talking about taking donations, but he just said a couple of minutes ago she's safe and sound. So why do you need a fucking billboard? That doesn't make sense to me. And how much did he raise for these billboards? Because they're not that expensive. I heard people were talking like thousands. They're not thousands. I looked it up. Does anyone know how much that he's claiming they need for billboards?
On the hill. And then for, you know, I think the guy next to me here said something a while ago that, or I was told, that's why I want to ask him. I was told he said I knew where Summer was. If that's true, I want to know that he said it because I didn't hear it. But I want to come to him and ask him that.
Who? Live 411?
Yeah.
I said it was a general idea.
No.
Yeah,
Did you say on here that I knew where Summer was? That's all I'm asking you, sir.
No.
I said it was a general idea.
He said that's
Okay,
what
well,
everyone was
I'm going to tell you something right now, okay? I'm going to tell you something. I met you at that vigil. I have all the respect in the world for you, okay? But do not come on here and spread anything. See, guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is how stuff gets started. This is what ruins people's lives. This right here is how stuff gets started on YouTube or anywhere. You don't come and say things that you don't know of. If I knew where Summer was, don't you think I would have done told somebody by now?
Yeah, you would have gone down and got her straight away.
Yeah, because it don't seem like anybody else is.
But can I ask you a question?
I have never in my life been on or seen any more backstabbing, you know, that goes on YouTube. It's unreal.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So Don, Candy Cane knew that Don was taking showers with Summer and molesting her, and there was a man at the bottom of the hill and a woman.
There's another man and a woman involved in this. The man is the getaway driver, okay? The man is the one that was driving the truck sitting at the bottom of the hill. There was a woman came up that hill on the back side and lured Summer out of there. Went in the house. Grandma distracted Candus long enough for this to happen. If you don't believe me, you wait another 2-3 weeks. Wait another 2-3 weeks. Tell me if what I'm telling you ain't true. But you cannot. All this bullshit about drugs this, drugs that, sold her for this, sold her for that, was renting her out in the shed. That's bullshit. All that's just a bunch of bullshit. What happened is Grandma saved that little girl's life.
Where is she?
I don't know, but there are people that do know.
Like
She's
law
okay.
enforcement?
Private investigators know, and the FBI knows.
Then why?
But there's one missing piece, and that's the girl that lured her at the woman that lured her away, and that's what they're waiting on.
How do they know that Summer's safe?
They got eyes all over her, honey. But they cannot finish what they started until they find out exactly who Grandma had to lure her away. Because Grandma's not talking. She's a Grandma ain't been out here on a friggin' joyride vacation. Grandma's been in the box.
Is she back in Tennessee?
Yeah, she's back. She came back for about 3 days and gone again. Because she's going back to make sure Summer's okay and taken care of. Grandma's gonna be a hero. But now, see, here's the thing, Tiffany, we need people to stop showing Candus hate. We need people to say, you know, Candus, We know Don's got his foot on your throat. Just talk. Just talk. Kids. But Grandma saved Summer. She's going to take heat for a while.
Okay, but when is Summer going to be put in the hands of law enforcement? Like, when is she going to be turned over?
Let Grandma get back to where she's going.
Oh, he's so full of it.
It won't be much longer. Just and don't believe me. Think I'm a. I mean, that's fine.
No, I don't think that about you, Chase. I wouldn't even talk to you if I thought that.
Okay.
That's fact.
Just.
Okay, so, where did fucking Candus take off to now? Candy, Harrer, back to fucking Wisconsin?
She's going. No. Indiana.
Indiana?
Yeah.
The hell? Indiana.
Yeah.
Who lives in Indiana?
People's family, people's this, people's that. But that's where she wasn't in Wisconsin long.
Okay. So she went back to the house and then she left after 3 days?
Yeah, she's done gone. I mean, she's done gone. She's done gone again. She came home, she's gone again.
What did she go home for?
Who knows?
I'll make her the fucking hero. If Summer's alive.
She's alive, Tiffany.
Okay. Well, they better get on top of it before Don does something crazy, Chase.
He has no clue. Don has no clue. That's the stupidest motherfucker I believe I've ever met in my life.
So he wasn't there that day?
Huh?
He wasn't there that day?
He was not there when Summer went missing. He was not at that house. He went to lunch from 3 to 3:30. I mean, the sumbitch wasn't like, he didn't go meet Candus and Grandma. He didn't go meet this. Grandma pulled this off because she knew Summer was getting molested.
I'm not surprised, Nicole, that he deleted all his videos. He is so full of shit. See, I have problems with cases like this. This is why I didn't jump down this rabbit hole, because I would call all these people out. Like, give me a fucking break. This is such nonsense.
Okay? The boys wasn't getting molested. Alright? But the fact is, if a girl's getting molested, they're gone. The family will never see them again. Right? So Grandma got her gone. She got her out of there, but they knew the CPS was coming that next day. She finally told Candus what happened, and then she got the hell out of Dodge. When Candus had her interview with Chris M.
Okay, but Grandma didn't leave for 6 weeks. So where was Summer all that time? Grandma didn't leave the next day. She waited 6 weeks. So what happened? Hey, Joe.
If you look, when she talks about Summer, she doesn't cry very much because she knows she'll see Summer again. But when it's about them boys, she starts showing a hell of a lot of emotion because they're.
I know she had no emotion when it came to Summer.
But she did with the boys because she don't know if she'll get to see them again.
That's all I want on the billboards is Summer update.
Oh no, about like if it goes to the boys, if it goes to the boys, there's no way that I can do the stipulations as to where that they wouldn't get it if the boys talk to the parents or what. I can't do that.
No, that's not what I meant. What I meant was if the boys talk to the parents, then the solicitor keeps an eye on them so the boys can't give them anything. Like any money or anything.
Then I misunderstood. I misunderstood that. Yeah. I apologize then. I misunderstood. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's right. I'm autistic.
Yeah. See, that's why we have these talks.
Windswept, I'll tell you what I know about Chase. I know he's a liar. I know that he is looking for attention. And that's about all I need to know. So there you go. There's nothing else that needs to be said. He's a liar and he's a fraud and he's trying to sell his story for whatever reason. And he's lying about it. It's not, all right, let me rephrase that. It's not that I don't know the case. I know the case. I don't know the details that transpired between August and now, if I'm missing something major. But so far, it seems like the only thing I've missed is drama. And that I haven't missed anything crucial in the case at all. So there's that.
You know, we have to, you know what I'm saying. But,
of course.
But yeah.
Can I say something, Chase?
Yeah, go ahead.
I posted in the chat, I don't know, maybe an hour ago. This is about Summer, and if you don't like it, stop it.
Chase, I'll be your bulletproof vest if you want. I'll stand in front of you all the time, anytime.
I will too.
Like I say, let's if everybody just keep it on Summer and you know, go from there. And listen, I'm trying to get it set to where I can have it directly sent to the company, the advertising company. But
Nice.
it's going to take a little. It's going to take a little bit, you know.
Appreciate you, fraud. Okay, just thought you could find his criminal background data. Why do I need his criminal background data? Why do I need to look into him? I don't need to look into him. I can listen to him and know he's a fraud. There's nothing else to go on. What am I missing?
Figuring it out. But guys, I mean, if we keep arguing and complaining and fussing, well, they're not going to want anything to do with us. They'll just get their money, you know, elsewhere. So, you know.
And not only that, but listen, it doesn't matter. We've always said from the beginning, Miss Strangers has always said, we stand for the children, right? And for the SA sufferers that are scared to come out, right? So here's the thing. Chase, can I ask you a question? If a parasite that hurts children comes up and tells you to stop, or else, in your face, what would you do?
Oh, oh man, I don't even know. I don't know.
So why?
And that's what I'm saying. You know, that speaks volumes that nothing has changed from August until now except drama. That's the only thing that's happened is drama. Like, it sounds like I've missed nothing from then until now. Like, literally, it seems like I've missed nothing. And I haven't even followed it for months. I'm waiting for somebody to say, no, you missed X, Y, and Z. But that's it. Donna's been arrested physically abusing Candus. When? Last night? Not anything solid. That's what I'm saying. I haven't missed anything. So there's really nothing to follow except drama. All right, because he keeps asking for money for more billboard and he keeps telling different stories on panels. Aha.
You letting him bully you now?
Well, I'm not going to let it happen. You know, I just want to. All I'm doing is just for this youngin', and that's it. So.
Yeah, so take a break, but don't give up your channel. All of us watch your channel. Why give it up? Because it's summer. We're going to find summer either way, and then there's going to be another child, and they need to know that they can't separate us or divide us. The one thing we're all going for is summer. It's to save summer. Whether you believe she's alive or we.
Justice, I agree with you, and I still go into cases more deeply, but there hasn't been anything too deep dive in this. There really hasn't. It's been nothing but drama for months, literally for months. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that this guy is full of shit. So he's like dismissed immediately, like, sorry, I got nothing for you, dismiss you, finished.
Please, that's not the point. The point is no one's wrong until we find summer. There's no answers until we find summer. It's that simple.
Chip, I'm about to cut out, honey. I'm going to have to jump off here, but
I meant what I said, Chase.
okay, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
So can you give the thing so we can send the money? Because we're going to show everyone sending it to your... But we can only do it by PayPal. That's the only thing. Have you got PayPal? Has he cut out?
I think he did.
Well, his signal is red, so quite possibly.
Chip,
yeah.
Can I say something to you? And I'm going to say this because I care. You are not stupid. You are not dumb. You are a good person. Do not let anyone tell you you're dumb. You are not dumb.
Well, I don't understand what's going on.
Honey, listen to me. You, just because you have a disability, does not mean
I said, sorry about that. I said that I couldn't even imagine getting that invested in a case, or hey, Marissa, or getting that wrapped up in a case, because you don't want to do that. You don't want to get that wrapped up in a case. It's weird. Learned a lot just by the interview with the dad. This guy, no. Yeah, this guy, no. Sorry. I don't know. It's a rabbit hole. So make sure you guys give me some thumbs. I don't care if you give me thumb up or thumbs down. It doesn't matter. The more thumbs I get, up or down, put me in the algorithm more. So be my guest. Give me as many thumb downs as you want. I don't give a crapola. Doesn't matter. Up, down, sideways, backwards, don't matter. Don't care. You can hear me now. Yeah, that's Marissa's second channel. Case really broke one. Joe, you're supposed to be the strong one. What's up? Thank you, Windswept. And I could do deep dive. Here's the thing, Windswept. I could do deep dive into all of these people, but where is it going to get me? It's not going to help find Summer. I would rather go deep diving in a case of somebody missing and not analyze somebody that's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't do anything. He's not really part of the case. I'd rather go deep diving into Rose and find out if there's a connection between Rose and Summer. You know, Joe, while you're here, let me ask you a question. Good question for you, Joe Murray. What are the odds that two people in the same family are going to go missing 11 years apart? Two women. What are the odds? Oh, yeah, I don't care if it's thumb up or thumbs down. It will get, I agree. It's just drama. It will help us from spinning our minds to get actual info. I appreciate what you do. Thank you, Windswept. Getting wrapped up in a case is your job if you have a true crime channel. No, not true. Not true at all. Not if it's all drama. Like, trying to see if there's a connection between Rose and Summer, that's a deep dive that I would do. Trying to find out who Chase is or Chase's background, I don't care. It's drama. I don't want that kind of drama. It's a big difference. Caslin, I thought they found Crystal Rogers. Thank you, Angie. Slim to none. Well, I'm asking from a police perspective. I know it's not very good odds. Rose's case hopefully gets solved. I heard her ex was sus when they were divorced. Oh, ex is always solved. I mean, it's always sus. Crystal Zann's case was eventually solved. I thought that was her bones. I'm confused. I thought they found her bones in the middle of the rocks or something. Caslin, no, wait. I thought they found her bones in the middle of the rocks or something. Am I crazy? You made a whole to-do about it. Turned out to be unknown, not her. Oh, okay. I do not think Don or Candus had anything to do with Summer's disappearance. Okay. You're entitled to that opinion. I don't agree, but I'm not saying that they did, but I don't think Don did. I really don't. I think Candus and Grandma did. Just my feeling. But we'll see what happens on Dr. Phil. Good night, I'm actually shutting down in a few minutes. We thought it was her. Remains were found 10 miles from where Crystal was last seen. The Crystal Rogers case, FBI is asking anyone to know anything. You really think they sold her? I don't think so. I don't think Don knows. Helping investigate on Twitter. Great job. Thank you, Eden. Well, I have a whole separate channel for drama. But I'm saying that to cover a case with drama is not exciting to me. Rose's husband used to come on here and talk with us in the chat. He was even a mod for some. He is nice. He said Grandma was mean and controlling. Maybe you can get interview. I thought Rose's husband was suspect. What was Joe's answer? That's what I was waiting for. I also think this may have been an abduction. Oh, Joe. Joe, do you want a link? Joe's killing me. If you're innocent, do you usually list off how many alibis? Yeah, you could. Drama's not fair to the victims. I agree with that too, Goldie. He isn't suspect. He was cleared and raised the children. They found evidence in the last FBI search. You can look at the odds of 2 people missing in one family in a vacuum. That's asking the odds of a prostitute getting an STD twice. No. No, Joe. You can't even compare the two. Saying that a prostitute is going to get an STD twice rather than 2 family members go missing in a small town? Come on. That's not even close to being the same. It was a bad analogy. Grandis is a common denominator. I said that from day one. Day one. Brian is still tweeting. You're right. Brian is still on Twitter. He's not dead. Need to deep dive into Bardstown. I wouldn't touch the Bardstown murders, girl. I'm not ending up dead. Yeah, that was a pretty bad analogy. Joe, tell me if you want a link. Only that matters where the hell Summer is. Well, I don't think she's in Indiana. I'll tell you that much. Grandest, I totally agree. I get Molly sunglasses if she turns up in Wisconsin. Someone died from... I don't believe that either. She died from dry drowning. I missed the point. Do you want a link? Speak now, forever hold your peace. I don't believe she died from dry drowning either. It's someone Grandis knows. I agree with that too. Nobody's gonna kill you. That's not what I heard. Joe, I'm on Zoom. So I'm going, oh, my phone's dead. Fuck. All right, hold on. Joe, you have Zoom, right? Hold on. Oh, fuck. Oh. All right, Joe, there's your link. Honey Blanc or some close spelling has gone missing. Yeah, that's a P. I actually broke that story the day it came out. I happened to be live and we saw it on this channel. Welcome, new subscriber. Is a member for 4 months. Oh, I don't know why that's still showing. The child abuse, pornography, etc. goes up to law enforcement in that town. I have the proof. Was Candus abusive to Summer? I don't know. No, the creators cover. There's a couple of people covering it. Doug is pissed at y'all. I don't care. I don't even fuck with Doug. I don't even know who he is. Again, that's drama. Him, Cher, that's all drama. I'm not dealing with that drama. There's no reason to. I don't care about all that drama. Welcome, Tattooed Birdie. That's what I'm saying. There's no reason for anyone to be mad at anything. It's a case. Nobody owns copyright on a case. Like, get over it. It's so dumb. That's drama that I'm not having. Let him be mad all he wants. I could care less. It's not going to change anything about what I feel about this case or covering this case or anything. So that's his problem. Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't care if he was. It means nothing to me. Exactly, Anastasia. No, not that, Doug. That's what I'm saying, Ellie. It's weird. Like, that's just drama I don't deal with. I got enough drama in my life. That's not drama I deal with. Hey, Izzy. That's just stupid drama. Doug just thought, yeah, that wasn't us. But people act like they own a case. Nobody owns a case. People can cover whatever case they want. Yeah, we're not worried about other people's channels. Don wants to go on 50,000 channels. Be my guest. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just waiting for my Joe. You guys should thank Joe for coming up because I was going to shut down. Hey, Sarah. Oh, I got destroyed in Molly's comment section. Destroyed. But I think a lot of it's trolls. I mean, they're all people I've never even seen in their lives before. Laura's ruining your channel, blah, blah, blah. She wouldn't shut up. Like, shut the fuck up. Multiple news shows can cut. That's what I'm saying. It's so dumb. Grandma was never in Indiana. Grandma was in Illinois. Everyone should share. Really, thank you, Eden. That's what I'm saying. Nobody owns copyrights to anybody. And to put Don and Candus in a position where they have to feel like they're owned by somebody and they can't talk to anybody else. That's drama from a case I don't deal with. What you were basing your feeling on, Candus? No, I've always said Candus was guilty. Always. From day one, I said there's something that doesn't sit right with me. There's no news on it, Lori. Something doesn't sit right with me of the grandma and Candus. And I've said that from day one. And there's been no proof to change that. Hey, hey. Nope, no sound. There we go. There we go. You're good.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now. What's up, Joe Murray? What happened? He was good. He left me. So while I'm waiting for him to come back, if you don't know, Joe is a lawyer in New York, and he's a retired police officer. He went from being a cop to a lawyer. Very, very intelligent man. You good?
Hello?
Yeah, there you are.
I can't hear you. I'm so sorry. I hate this stuff.
You can't hear me?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I don't know. I hear a background noise.
Use headset, maybe?
Where are you? I'm so sorry. Okay, can you see me and hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you see
Good
me?
to see you.
Good to see you
Yes.
too.
I can, yes.
Okay.
You misinterpreted what I was saying. I was using the prostitute analogy because asking the likelihood of two people in one family going missing is astronomical. But when you talk about people who live in this secluded area, it's kind of remote, and they're not the best parents supervising their kids. You know, they're often either, leaving them alone or maybe drinking or getting high and not paying attention. So the likelihood goes up higher. And that's why I used that analogy. Like, wait a minute, you can't just say, like, what's the likelihood of that in a vacuum? You have to look at the circumstances. And I think just where they are, it's just the perfect place for a predator, or maybe even somebody planned this to do it because of the way it's set up. And they know how lackadaisical they are. Or maybe even somebody planned this to do it.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
I am frozen on my cam. I'm trying to fix it. It's weird. I don't know why.
Technology.
No, I don't know why Zoom is having so many problems lately.
Yeah, I specifically want to make sure I switch to the computer. I have a better shot at a success with the computer.
Zoom sucks.
So what do you think? I mean, I still don't want to exculpate them. I don't think they're exonerated from suspicion. I think they are. The three of them are the targets. But I'm not ruling that out, that somebody else came and abducted them. It's not, I don't think they're reliable. The timeline is way off. I don't buy the timeline, but I don't think that's because they're guilty. I think it's just who they are, like she seems to be out of it, Candus, and she's trying to give that tight timeline. Oh, we came home, I went to the trailer with Candus, and then I walked her back halfway. That's all bullshit. That didn't happen. I just don't believe that. I think she's worried about child services, watching this, and that's probably the answer she gave, to be careful, knowing that they were looking at them. She didn't want to appear negligent, but I think it's entirely possible. We shouldn't rule that out.
And I haven't ruled it out. I think that she and Grandma have had something to do with it, and I always said that. I don't think Don is involved. I think Don was sticking up for her and maybe convinced himself. I don't know if you heard the interview I did with him last night.
I just heard bits and pieces of it. I was doing something else at the same time, and I
How dare you? How dare you?
Right. How dare I? And it was a little, scattered with yelling back and forth, and, so it was a little hard to pay attention.
I go back to what my initial feelings were to begin with, and that is that I think Grandma's involved in something. I think it's way too coincidental that Grandma had a daughter that went missing, which isn't, it's uncommon, but it's not so uncommon. Right. Many people go missing,
But she was an adult, too. It wasn't a child.
Exactly. She wasn't a little kid. So that's what I'm saying. That's not so far-fetched. But then you have the other circumstances that Don said to me last night, that, because I said, why did Grandma leave? And, didn't the daughter, Candus, need her? They're like, that's her mom. Because don't forget, according to Candus's original story, Grandma would have been an alibi. And it would have been Candus's alibi according to their original story. And that's the other thing I was trying to get at, is how come nobody's bringing up that would have been the alibi, but I didn't get the chance to.
She may have been and may be the alibi with law enforcement. She's just not publicly putting her story out there. People forget, they think this is the universe. YouTube and social media is the universe of facts. It's not. Law enforcement probably did interview, and she probably has given a better timeline that backs up Candus. But we just don't know that because she's not out there talking to everybody.
Yeah, but he said last night that she left because she didn't want to be involved in the
this. She didn't want this.
And I get that. However, this is your granddaughter, and your daughter. Your daughter needs you the most when she loses all her children. That's when a mom, good, bad, or indifferent, that's when a mom steps up and be's a mom. Be's a mom. That was good English. Becomes a mom, it's, forget your granddaughter for a minute, but that's when a daughter needs their mom. And she was nowhere to be found, didn't care. That's sketch to me. There's something not right about that. And the fact that he said it was all over the, she didn't want to be involved. That doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't.
I'm not that concerned about that because I do know there is friction between her and Don. We know from that prior domestic incident. So, I'm not that shook by that. Something that I think is really concerning is that, which I haven't verified, maybe you could verify it because you've been more involved in this. Candus did have another daughter earlier on that she gave up for adoption. That to me was troubling, when I heard that. And why would that be? Is it something that, she was concerned about having a daughter, that maybe the daughter might get molested, or something to that effect. And I don't know. We just don't know enough about this.
Then why keep
Factually.
Summer?
Yeah.
You know, why
So now
would she keep Summer?
Yeah. Was that true? Is that, or is
I don't know.
that just rumor? Yeah.
Guys, is that true?
I hate to put stuff out there that I don't verify, but I just want to run it by you, because to me that's you know, something that raised my eyebrow. Wait a minute, that she had another daughter, that she gave up for adoption, but she didn't give up her boys. Is there an issue here with the prior sexual abuse in the family that maybe, you know, she saw?
No, they said she gave up her first daughter because she had a drug addiction.
Oh, okay.
The daughter posted a screenshot from Candus that said she was young, on drugs, and wanted her to have a better life.
That's good. That's good, but I don't see what's changed. I mean, is she in recovery, or is she still using drugs? I mean, what changed that she's now decided I can be a better mom?
Maybe Don?
Yeah.
Do we know if Don was the father?
Could be.
I don't think Don was the father of that one. She had two
the first one.
boys
Yeah,
and
I
a
don't
girl.
know. I don't know.
Candace's daughter
Yeah.
said social worker said she was on drugs and abused her and her brother. But were they Don's kids or somebody else's kids? She gave up a son also at the same time. So she's not that upset that she doesn't have her kids, because she's lost all her kids. No, it was another guy. Okay, that's what I thought.
She just really seems like a beaten down woman, you know, from all angles.
I agree.
Which is why I'm not so critical of her with regards to her timeline and her, you know, like just her whole story. I kind of, you know, and I tried on Police Off the Cuff, these guys were so critical of them. And I said, look, how many times have we come to the scene of a crime and we interview 7 witnesses and we get 7 different stories, but you evaluate the witnesses. One is a drunk who's, you know, laying on the street and I saw what I saw. Or you have someone who's, you know, very detail oriented, specifies certain things. You can tell they're doing it from memory and, you know, they're being precise. I don't get her as a good witness, even if it wasn't Summer missing, that she was telling me about a car accident she saw. I wouldn't use her as a good witness for anything because of who she is, not because, and it doesn't mean she's guilty.
I agree.
It's just she's a bad witness and she sounds terrible, but it doesn't mean she's guilty of anything. I agree. She could be guilty of negligence, you know, just neglecting the kids and not paying attention to them. I don't think that's a stretch. There's already an open case. They removed the kids. So, you know, but if in a small town like that, if people see that and see opportunity, these predators, they're not going to go where they're going to get caught. They're going to go where the likelihood of success is going to be higher.
And I agree with that. However, what I don't think Candus was there. I think Candus went with a drug dealer or went somewhere, and that's when, if she was abducted, and that's when she was taken. The story that she was just, that she told Chris McDouche that she just was in the mom's trailer. No, she wasn't in the mom's trailer. Somebody would have seen, heard something. So if you go by the abduction theory, which is something I have gone with from day one, but if you go with the abduction theory, I don't think Candus was there. I think Candus was blowing someone, doing drugs, something. And maybe, you know, knew about it, didn't know about it, definitely could be negligence. But even at negligence, it's still your fault because where were you? She would never, ever, ever tell Don, I wasn't here, or I was sucking dick, or I was doing this, or I was doing that. You can't tell Don that. Mom, this is my theory. Mom may have left. Grandma may have left because she doesn't want to get questioned and have to change the story of her daughter, knowing that her daughter wasn't there. That's what I think. And I've said that from jump. And
yeah, it could be.
That still makes Candus negligent.
You know, we went over the timeline too, that they were together at the hospital, then at the water hole there where they were swimming. And on the way back, they stopped at the smoke shop. And so we were trying to piece together, is it possible that she went to, you know, a drug dealer to pick up drugs and went inside and shot up or did whatever, you know, and left her in the car sleeping, came out and she's gone.
The boys saw her. The boys said that she was running around. So
yeah,
and all three of them, not just one boy, all three of them. I think one of them would have changed their story.
The problem with anything the boys say is, you know, that's their parents, and I'm sure. See, that's the fact that they were removed, I think, has to do with their story. When they were interviewed, that maybe they felt these kids were, you know, they were, I don't want to say abusing them physically, but psychologically, and telling them what to say, and, you know, don't say this, don't say that, because it was not soon after that they were removed, you know, and they're separate, which is also interesting because that's what police do to witnesses. We separate them, you know, just to make sure we're getting their facts that they saw and know about, and not just talking to each other. So I don't know. It's so hard to figure this case out, but I'll tell you, it just broke my heart.
But even
this poor little girl.
But even knowing that they're not going back home, the boys, knowing that the boys aren't going back home, by now, one of them would have cracked. One of them would have said, "We never saw Summer. She was sleeping in the car." One of them would have cracked. Maybe not three of them. They may have. One of them would have cracked.
But they may have. And what does that mean? That doesn't mean arrest Don and Candus for murder.
No, but
it
they bring
just means
her in for questioning.
They're all still suspects, you know?
But you bring her in for questioning, you call her out. Like, I understand the police have changed lately, and I understand that, I mean, it's obvious they're doing things differently, but police can still bring in a suspect for questioning. All of a sudden, the media's making it out like they can't.
That's not true. They can only bring them in voluntarily, and they can say no. There's no requirement to answer to the police. You can say no. You've done shows on this. You know this. You're not required to answer any questions.
But she's a possible suspect in her own daughter's kidnapping.
And she's
if
still protected by the Constitution.
But
there's no requirement to speak to the police.
Okay, but if the boys change their story and say mom's lying, that's good enough reason to bring her in for questioning.
You can only do that in the federal system. The feds can charge you with lying to a federal agent, not in the state, you know, not with state investigators.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold up. So, I have my daughter kidnapped, okay? I sell her to the highest bidder. Ooh, no. I sell her to the highest bidder. My sons are scared of me, so they tell the police, no, mom was with us the whole time. Okay. They bring him in for DHS takes him. They separate my sons. My little one says, no, mom's lying. Mom wasn't there. Mom, she wasn't with us. She just told us to say that. They can't bring me in for questioning?
Nope.
What?
They may say we have probable cause to arrest you for endangering the welfare of a child because you forced him to say what he said. But if it's just to impeach you, no, there's nothing you can do. You can ask them to come in, and for shit's sakes, these people are on everybody's channel talking to everyone. I don't see why they would say no, but you can't force people to come in. That's why with this whole Alec Baldwin thing, you know, on Police Off the Cuff, I've been on there a few times talking about this, the importance of getting the statements, calling in extra investigators, get them right away before they go home. They go home, they talk to each other, they call lawyers, and now they don't want to talk to you, or they've collaborated on their answer. Get the statement right away so you know it's a true and accurate statement, or you can evaluate it better because it's right then and there. This is, the same thing.
Okay, but hold on one second. Why was Windswept timed out? I don't think he was referring to me when he said that. That
referring to me?
Women interfering. No, it's about women interfering in Candus's marriage like they did. That wasn't directed at me, but I think someone thought it was. Sorry about that, Windswept. So I'm saying, was he talking about me? I didn't think he was talking about me. Maybe he was. I don't know. But as far as I know, even if it's not voluntary, cops are allowed to question you to find out if you are guilty or not. Fact.
A police officer can ask you questions, go to your house, and try to interview you. But if you say, I don't want to talk to you, and close the door, they're done. They're done. They can't pick you up and bring you to the precinct against your will to question you. That's technically under the law an arrest. You've seized that person, and under the Fourth Amendment, you cannot seize somebody without probable cause. That's the standard. So if you're going to arrest them and seize them, you have to have evidence of a crime, probable cause of a crime. You can't just say, this one knows answers. I'm going to bring her in and, give her a third degree.
But if a kid changed their story, isn't that probable cause?
No. Well, listen, changing the story just means they lied. There's no charge lying to a state officer, a federal officer, yes. So, and it may change your level of suspicion about the person, but where's the evidence of the crime? Like, you don't have any evidence except that they lied, And again, I mean, with Candus, I don't know. I mean, I don't think she's a good witness for even herself. Like,
I agree. But if you can't bring, all right. So if you can't bring them in for questioning, you can't clear them. So they just sit in like purgatory for the rest of their lives.
Think about this. We know they took polygraph tests. We don't know what the results were. So we know they have spoken and they're free to speak, and they speak, quite often. They speak to a lot of people. So I don't think it's a question of them saying no. I think maybe Candus is the only one who may have said, no, I had enough of this. Here's my statement. I'm out. And you may be right that, she's not being forthright about something and refusing to answer questions. That is her right. She doesn't have to. Even if the kids say Candus wasn't even there, she never came back with Candus.
Hold on. Thank you, Bobby. What do you mean long-term help? Long-term help for who? All right, go on.
Yeah, even if, the kids say, no, she lied, okay, that's not enough. Lying is not probable cause of a crime, So they may suspect her. I think the sheriff even came out and said they're all still suspects. So to me, that's very telling, because if somebody goes in there and tells you freely their story and takes a polygraph and you can't clear them, yeah, that's a problem. But it doesn't mean they're guilty yet. We still have a long way to go.
So if you fail a lie detector, they still can't hold you?
For what? What are you holding them for? Murder? What?
I don't know. It's been done in the past.
You don't even have a body. Kidnapping? There's no evidence of it.
I don't know. All right.
What about the red truck? Did anything ever come out of that? I kind of lost track of this case for a little while.
I did too. I didn't follow it for months because it's been nothing but drama. It's just drama for months. I left in August, came back in November. Nothing's changed but drama. However, there was something he said in the interview last night. If you watch the beginning of this video, it's on there. He says he was drunk, but he says, I have 7 alibis. Candus has none. She's going down. His exact quote. What does that tell you?
It tells me that, you know, there's a lot of charges that could come out of this. Not necessarily murder, but I think that's what he's referring to. I don't think he's saying she's guilty of kidnapping her, you know?
Well, I don't think she kidnapped her. I just think she has something to do with it. Or she knows something.
But, you know, just like I think Candus is a horrible witness, Don is no better. Maybe he's a little better. I'll give him
Not
that. He's a
really.
little better. But he's just all over the ice, too, with some of the stuff that I've heard in prior interviews. And, you know, I don't think he's reliable either. And the only way he has 7 alibis is, you know, I think he wasn't at the house and he was working. I think that was confirmed even with Hunter's call. And, you know, so I kind of believe that. But the fact that she has no alibis, yeah, she's the person last seen with her, so that we know of. So he's right about that, but I don't think it means she did anything. I think it was just a comment like, you know, I have 7 and she has none, you know. So I don't think he knows.
That's pretty telling.
Yeah, but what? That he knew? I mean, then he's just as guilty. If he knew
she knows something. That.
But what are you saying? That by making that comment, Don knows she's lying and she's involved in her disappearance?
Maybe. Or that,
I don't,
you know, he can prove that he wasn't
why,
involved,
then why
but
would
she
he?
can't.
This is his baby girl. Why would he be so, you know, still enamored with her and together with her? If, you know, I did hear on the thing last night him talking about killing people if he found somebody. Why would he be so defensive of Candus if he really felt that? I don't think he does feel that way. Because
that's his wife.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that supersedes, you know, his feelings towards Summer.
I don't know. You're always
I think it was a stupid comment, but it's something I would not give great weight to because, you know, as much as he said it, he's not acting like it. He doesn't treat her like she knows something and he's trying to compel her to say it. You know what I mean? I don't see that from him. His actions don't support that type of suspicion, you know?
I'm still stuck on what you said about the police. I don't understand why you can't.
You did shows on this. I remember telling people.
In a different context, like
the laundries. You were like, he does not have to say a word.
But it was different. They were there. Different? That was somebody else's child. This is their own child. It's like if the Petitos weren't going to say anything about Gabby. You know, the cops would be, look at them like, well, do you want us to help find her or what do you want? Well, you know, I don't know. I just think that it's the parents. You see these people do press conferences. And when they do press conferences, they're kind of like screwed because the cops can see that they're probably guilty. Even without a body, they bring them in for questioning. And that's how they use the Reed technique, and they bust them out. What am I missing? Like, what am I missing?
Let me just make this clear, as I don't want people to misinterpret what I'm saying. Police detectives do bring people in for questioning a lot. They'll actually just arrange for them, hey, meet me at the precinct at 2 o'clock, and we'll go over this together. That's voluntary. You can't force somebody unless you're arresting them or you have a warrant. You know, there are cases where, you know, someone will get a warrant to have someone stay in a lineup. You know, okay, but you got to go to a judge and you have to, you know, establish your probable cause and, you know, make them stand for a lineup. But just to compel someone, hey, I'm picking you up, you come with us. That's an arrest. You can do it if you have probable cause of a crime. But, you know, without that, you can't. That's the Fourth Amendment seizure, a violation.
Okay. I kill my ex. All right? I move. Nobody knows it was me. Cops are on to me. They say, we need you to come down station. I could say, screw off. I'm not coming down, and I can move again.
Absolutely. What you should say is, I'm
Good to
calling
know.
my lawyer, Joe Murray, and you'll watch them quake. You know, they'll be kidding. No, but honestly, yeah, you tell them, screw you. Good luck. They can't do anything.
That's interesting.
Unless they have evidence to support any charge, like they were trying to do in the laundry case. They didn't have evidence of him being involved in the homicide, whatever charge they were going to charge. But they believed, enough evidence to do the unauthorized access device. So they charged that. So if you have probable cause of another crime, endangering the welfare of a minor, yeah, okay, I'm bringing you in. Or in the example you gave, they found something, a weapon. Okay, we're arresting you for this weapon. Or we have evidence that you committed an act of domestic violence. We're arresting you for that. And they could bring you in and question you and put you in a lineup and do all kinds of stuff. But without probable cause of a crime, they can't compel you to come in.
Okay, but there's probable cause that she was taken from the house and mom was allegedly there. There's probable cause to say they need to bring her in for questioning.
I don't understand what you mean, though, when you say...
Candus is the type of person that would crack under pressure. You put her under pressure, she's going to crack. You bring her into an interrogation room, you put as much pressure on her as possible, she's going to crack. Why don't they do that?
Well, we don't know that they haven't done that, first of all. So let's just make sure that we establish that. We don't know that she didn't voluntarily walk in there and tell them what she saw. But at some point, she has the right to just say, I'm no longer comfortable. I don't want to be here and answer any more questions. I'm leaving. She can't do that.
Okay.
You know, I think just people want to answer questions. It's just innately when you're asked a question, you want to you feel obligated to answer it, especially if it's law enforcement. So the police use that and they work the angles and they talk to people and they try to just voluntarily get them to give statements.
Okay.
If they're in custody, they have to Mirandize them first. But if they voluntarily, hey, meet me at the precinct, could you come at 2:00 and then we'll talk about this? That's voluntary. They walked into that precinct under their own free will and spoke to the officers. And but once it becomes involuntary, that's when that triggers Miranda and you have to give, the warnings. But people often do. They'll come in voluntarily. I have a client who was just talking to him today. 2 hours he spent talking to an investigator. He ultimately got arrested, and that's their star witness. And I'm like, what would you, why would you even talk to this guy, So I always tell people that nothing really good can come from talking to the police unless you have that theory and ironclad, wait a minute, I was here. But there are ways to do that. There's better ways, like going to a prosecutor and saying, hey, listen, we have something called Queen for a Day. It's a contract that we sign between me and the prosecutor that allows my client to come in and say, take Brian Laundrie. I would have done it with him. Here's what happened. We had an argument. I walked away, went for a hike for a couple of hours. When I came back, I found her dead. Now he's, giving them his explanation as to what happened, denying involvement in the crime. They will then investigate what he said. If they can corroborate it, then they lose, suspicion of him being involved. But if they don't, and they still feel he's culpable and they're going to charge him under that contract, they can't use anything that he said. They can't use it unless he gets on the stand and lies about it and says something different. But it's a great tool that you can use. So going in there on your own to talk to the police is always a bad idea. It's better to do it with a lawyer and you get protection, something like that. It's a proffer agreement where they can't use it against you, but it allows you to give your explanation. wait a minute, you guys got this all wrong. This is what happened. And I've done it several times on big cases, and it worked out very well.
Let me ask you another question from a legal perspective.
Sure.
Don was on a channel a couple of hours before I had interviewed him. I talked to him, whatever. And on that channel, he said that he speaks to the boys all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to mention, he brought up the fact that, or I talked about the boys or something. I was leading to, did the boys change their story kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And it seems that the people in chat were screaming at me, there's a gag order, there's a gag order. He was saying that he is no longer allowed to speak to the boys about Summer. But everyone in chat was saying gag order. I looked up gag order, and it's pretty common in these kind of cases. It's common in custody fights. So it's not uncommon, but people who are not knowledgeable to the law seem to think he's going to get in trouble that he mentioned that he can't speak to the boys about Summer. That's not how gag orders work.
Well, I don't know what the gag order is over there, but when you say gag order, because I've dealt with that here in New York, a gag order prevents the person who the gag order is against from speaking about the case. Like I had this case against Elliot Spitzer, the former governor, and the judge issued a gag order on us, the defense team, my client and us, that we can't talk to the press, we can't share any of this information that we get in discovery, that, it would be a violation of a court order, a contempt of court if we did. That's him speaking about it. What probably they're talking about is a protective order or a restraining order that allows him to have therapeutic visits with his sons.
No,
but
it's a gag order that he's not
but
allowed
he can't
to
talk
speak
to them about it.
He can't speak, according to him, he can't speak to the boys about Summer. That's
Right,
what
that's
he can't
different.
do.
That's
the
different.
gag order.
Well, in New York, we would call that a protective order, saying you're allowed to have contact and visitation and time to spend with them, but you can't talk about this.
Yes.
Or like a lot of times they'll say, but you can't be intoxicated, or they'll put conditions like that. Mm-hmm. You can have contact, but under these conditions, and that would be an obvious one. No discussion about Summer's,
and
the day she left.
So when I brought that up, people were yelling at me saying he's a gag order. No, the gag order is that he is not allowed to speak to the boys about Summer.
But a gag order to me, we'd have to look that up, to be honest with you, because a gag order to me is he can't talk about it. He's not allowed to talk about it. That's what generally a gag order means. He's gagged.
But from talking to the boys about Summer, not talking to us about the boys or Summer.
Yeah, like I said, that's a different thing. That's a protective order saying you can't, share that. But the gag order is usually, it's also called a protective order, but it's a different form of it. So we'd have to look at the Tennessee law to see what the statute requires for that. But I think both would be true, that he can't speak to the boys about it and he can't speak publicly about it because it impacts the boys. These kids go to school and they have friends and, they're trying to protect them. So I don't see a reason why they wouldn't.
So now here's the other thing. If it turns out, all right, let me back up. There was another case, I don't remember the name, but there was another case of a father who was guilty of killing his kid, but the cops knew it, but they didn't have anything yet. So they made him do a press conference, basically so the public would get involved, and that was their way of catching this guy. And it worked brilliantly. They got the guy. I just don't remember the case, but they got him. So do you think they're doing that with him? Like I said last night, I'll say it again tonight, my feeling, though, is if I had a missing daughter and I lost all my kids, I can't guarantee that I wouldn't do drugs or I wouldn't become a drunk or I wouldn't drink all the time. I mean, you have a missing child and all your other kids were taken away. It's perfectly normal for you to go to a vice like alcohol or drugs. So
To numb the pain.
to numb
yeah.
the pain, exactly. So I can't see a court using that against them, knowing their background, knowing their full who they are, their drug history, their alcohol history, everything. So I can't see anybody up there using that against them to lure them into a confession. But at the same time, is it possible that the cops are doing something like that? That the cops are giving them rope to hang themselves, but you don't see that.
They could because they've hit brick walls. So if this guy wants to run his mouth, let him run his mouth, or her, and maybe something will come out of it. Like you said, these little things that he, said, well, I got 7 alibis, she's screwed, So maybe that's part of it, but I think it's not by design, because if it was, and they are actively involved in it, then these interviewers become agents of law enforcement, and that, kind of makes it a little sticky too about, evidentiary wise. If it's just happening on its own naturally, yeah, there's no problem with that. I still, part of me just really, when I watch Don and Candus, I feel like sending them a letter, please stop talking, because they are the primary suspects, and everything they say is, like what I was talking about, that other client. He sat with this investigator for 2 hours. Did he record the conversation? No. The investigator took notes, and of course, what we're going to see in the documents that come is, well, the sum and substance of what he said was XYZ. It's not going to be exactly what he said, but of course it's going to be skewed into an inculpatory statement. It's going to be something that they are going to put to favor their theory of the case. So speaking is, I understand the need when you have a missing child to keep it out there, keep it in the public, asking for help, trying to get attention to the case. But talking about all these details is a big mistake. And I sit here cringing, watching all these interviews, even yours, like I couldn't sit through it. The two of them, probably, I heard somebody mention in your chat that the police was sent to their house today. It's entirely possible, about a domestic incident, But I really do think that they should stop doing all these interviews. They're not helping the case, and they're not helping themselves. Talking about Summer being missing and the facts and this red truck and whoever else might be suspiciously involved that was seen down the road, or other people that, are known sex offenders who may have been around. Talking about theories like that, or evidentiary things like the truck, I thought was the biggest thing. Why don't we now yet know whose truck it was and why it was there? That stuff is important, but talking about all this minutia about, their relationship and it's only hurting him, them, and the case. I don't think it's doing anything to advance the case. I understand you two as a YouTube creator, this is important, trying to get something, that could be useful, but I just cringe when I see these statements, and I feel so bad for these people. Guilty or not, they're just such pathetic people.
I agree.
How do you not feel bad for them, So, and I just, I don't know. I'm so conflicted and so torn by. That's the problem with being a cop and a defense attorney. I wear both hats. I look at things through both spectrums, and it's hard. The cop in me wants to get the facts and get the evidence and talk to them, wants me to talk to them, but then the defense attorney's like, ooh, stay away, quiet, shut up, let the facts be developed naturally,
All right.
According
to this article, we know the news doesn't always tell the full story either. But according to this article, the gag order was issued on the child CPS case involving the sons of Don and Candus. It reads, all parties to this action are hereby prohibited from discussing this matter or the children with the media or any other non-essential person, entity, and or uninvolved or disinterred parties and or persons. Randall Collier, the Circuit Court of Hawkins County, said the original order was made in conjunction with others involving case matters which are sealed due to juveniles being involved. Collier told News 11 he was not sure when the original gag order was put down. Wells confirmed to News 11 back in July that their older sons were taken by CPS, but he wouldn't give the reason. Channel 11 reached out to the court-appointed attorneys for the Wells family about why a gag order was issued for a juvenile case, since they are normally confidential anyway. One declined to comment, and a response from the other has not been received as of Monday. A request for the context and clarification has also been sent to Judge Boyd. Don Wells was arrested in Hawkins County Court Monday morning on a charge of violation of probation. Wells was in court appearing on charges of DWI, improper land usage, financial responsibility, and having the open container and others. Wells was later seen by News Channel 11 crew leaving the jail and speaking with his PO. He declined to comment on the arrest and release. But that is a good point. Why is there a gag order, and when a case is when a juvenile case is closed anyway?
Well, when you say the juvenile case is closed, isn't Child Services still involved with this?
They are, but justice cases, child justice cases are all sealed.
Oh, okay,
not closed.
yeah.
I meant sealed.
Yeah, I still think this is something that should be sealed. If it wasn't, it should be, because these are the kids, and they could be negatively impacted by this, and a gag order should be in place. I think, just opting on the side of caution for these kids.
Memphis, Tennessee. A woman was convicted Thursday of murdering a husband whose body was found in a storage bin at the Parkway Village.
Yikes.
There you go. That's crazy. Crazy. So yeah, the gag order but all right. So we had discussed the boys for a minute. That doesn't break a gag order, does it? I mean,
yeah,
I didn't know.
He's not supposed. He should know. It's not your, obligation to know. He should know, because a judge probably issued it to him in court and said, "You are not to discuss this in the media about the boys," and they make it clear. Generally, I mean, I wasn't there, but here, judges are matter of factly. That's why even in the Brian Laundrie thing, I disagreed with my guys on Police Off the Cuff. They were like, well, if there was an arrest, it wouldn't have changed anything. I was like, look, they don't appear to be, either one of them, but certainly not Gabby. She doesn't appear to be a hardened criminal.
Yeah.
So going through an arrest and standing in front of a judge who's telling her and threatening her, if you violate this order and you have any contact, if I find out about it, you will be in a cell. That's pretty, intimidating. I've seen it happen. So it may have changed the outcome. We don't know, but I just disagreed with them because they're like, I wouldn't have changed anything. When a judge threatens you, if you have any further contact and it's a full stay away order, you kind of want to listen to that judge because, and they make it personal. Like, if I find out you violated my order, I will put you in, So she doesn't appear to be a hardened criminal that wouldn't care about that. I think she would be concerned being so far from home and sitting in a jail cell,
Thank you, Anne-Marie. Thank you for the live chat. P.S. I made my I know, I like listening to people when I go grocery shopping too. Thank you. He said he had to see, he did say that but that's why I think that the gag order is written wrong, because I'm going by what Don said. And Don had said,
don't go, that's your mistake, right?
But everything that Don
don't
is
go by
saying,
anything either one of them says.
But I'm saying that there were other things he said when he wasn't as drunk that leads me to believe that he can't talk to the boys about Summer. That he's not
I think they're
allowed.
both true.
That I believe, 100%. So
yeah, I believe that.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure there are social workers in the area. Yeah, but it's not a great area. I mean, that's a very, very poor area. It is the hills of Tennessee. It is not wealthy at all. I don't think the social workers are much better than anyone else. But they probably make $17,000 a year.
If I was a predator and looking to
go.
abduct a child, what resources do they have to stop me?
Exactly. That's my point. They don't.
This is just not going to happen.
They absolutely don't. They are poor of the poor. And that's what I've said. Like, people tell me, you know, why would you pay here to live here? Or because you live in a good area, this stuff like that doesn't happen as much. It just doesn't. You live in a bad area, more likely, you got less resources, worse schools, more things are going to happen. It's just the way it is. Fact.
Yeah.
So, but I am going to shut down. I wanted to stay on 1 hour. I've been on 3 hours. I said, I'm just going to go through
for
this.
marathons with your show.
Going on 1 hour.
Incredible.
Then I saw you. I was going to shut down. Then I saw you. I was like, oh, I got to get Joe up here.
Oh, that's so nice. You know, we're starting our own channel. My girlfriend and I,
Angela. I heard.
We're going to take a shot at this. I don't know how successful it's going to be because the problem is with me and why we're doing it. I go on everyone else's show and I get so into these conversations and I can't stop talking. So after I'm done, like I'm going to do tonight, my girlfriend and I got to go back and forth talking about everything that we talk about, which is why we're doing this, because I always feel like I didn't get an opportunity to say everything I wanted to say, you know? So it's going to be fun. And something we do together. So, you know, it's just something we do everything together, you know? She's my office manager. We investigate cases together. It's just, it's a lot of fun.
That's what it should be.
Yeah.
It absolutely should be. And I look forward to your channel. What are you going to name it?
It's called Allegedly Guilty. We just put up like the little intro thing there. We're going to do, I wanted to do it tonight.
You might want to be careful. Great Use has a channel very similar to that. Very similar.
What's this thing?
Yes. Allegedly something. Yeah, it's very close to that. Hold on, I'll tell you.
Whatever happened to Gray? I thought we were going to talk about the laundry case.
I haven't even talked to him. I've been super busy. And I got a 5th CPS call. Thanks to wonderful YouTubers.
You know, they haven't come out and said, here's the evidence. This is why we think it was Brian. They haven't stopped the investigation as far as I could see.
Oh, so mean, allegedly. All right, that's not that close.
We are allegedly guilty. And there's like a little intro and outro there. We're going to do the video tonight. Just a little like, hey, guys, this is what we're going to do. Introduce ourselves and, you know. But you can subscribe if you want to. I'm the only subscriber, I think.
Angela, it's up?
It's up. It's up.
I didn't know. Just did it yesterday. Let me get the link. All right.
Allegedly guilty.
Oh, might want to spell allegedly, right?
Yeah, that helps.
8 subscribers?
No way.
Are we exploring?
Ready?
We are exploring our eroding presumption of innocence and other fundamental constitutional. Do you have a video up?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you see like a little circular thing, allegedly guilty with a microphone in the middle?
You now have 12 subscribers. How come I'm not featured? See? This is why I don't like you. You're featured as only police off the cuff and duty Ron. Where's PURPLEXEDQT?
We just put this up yesterday. Come on.
You didn't even think of me.
Hold on. I don't even. You're speaking in a language I don't know.
Boys Club. You only think of the boys in the boys club. That's
Listen. We'll get you up there. Where is that? I don't even know where
on
it
your
is.
Featured, if you go to you have 12 subscribers. And you're going to get a whole bunch more. You're going to get a whole bunch more when I drop it.
We just had me and Angela. We just put this thing up and we didn't do our like intro video yet. We were just going to do it tonight. And then just like, you know, hey, this is us, you know, and we're going to do this thing. But you guys have spawned this because every time I go on a show and I talk about the cases, I get so wound up, and then the two of us start going back and forth. Yeah, what about this? What about that? So then we're like, let's do our own thing.
Let me just stress again, typical police officer only has the boys, other police officers on his featured. Not his good friend PURPLEXEDQT. No, just the boys from the boys club.
And no defense attorneys either. Look at that.
Nope.
Wow.
But I should be just as special as police off the cuff and duty Ron.
Yeah, there's a couple of people I'm going to throw on there. Have you ever met this guy, Andy the Gabby Cabby? He's over in England. What a swell guy. Really, really nice guy. When I was in the hospital with COVID, I never met the guy. He just sent us a shout out. We hope Joe Murray gets better and this and that. He watches Police Off the Cuff and saw me on there. What a nice guy. He's got 16,000 subscribers over in the UK, but what a nice guy. So I'm gonna throw him on there. There's a few people.
Well, I just got you 75 subs, and I'm still not featured. So, I don't see Duty Ron and Police Off the Cuff getting you all these subs. Nope, I sure don't.
We'll figure. I didn't even know what you're looking at. I got to figure this out. But anyway, we'll get you on there. I promise.
I'll show you what I'm looking at. Hang on.
Holy shit! It says 77 subscribers. That's all you, girl.
Yep. And I'm not on there. It's such a boys club.
Well,
can you see my screen?
A boys club. Angela's the star of the show.
Can you see my screen?
The boy club. What do you mean your screen? I see your face.
Hold on. No. Can you see my YouTube screen?
Oh, I would have to go to the channel.
Or have your girlfriend look real quick.
PURPLEXEDQT, right?
Yeah. No. You want to go to your channel.
Well, my channel.
Yeah, you can go to your channel.
Okay, I'm on it.
And then go to home. And you see uploads, and then you see featured.
Look at that, home. Yes, I have 2 videos there.
Yeah, and then
underneath that, I see featured. Yep. Yes.
Well, I'm missing.
All right, we're going to fix that. Hey, but look at the outro. You see the outro with the flag?
Oh, yeah.
It's short. Just play that. Wait till you get to the end. I want to see your face. Hey, how do you like that mustache?
Oh, she's a retired cop too?
Yeah, she was a cop too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. She was a cop, and now she works in my office on all my cases. Like, we investigate. We go out there and interview people and stuff, do crime scene.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's why it's so perfect, because we both have that background and, But what'd you think of that picture?
I thought it was great. I've seen it before, though, but I got to tell you,
okay.
51 seconds for an intro is long.
Oh, the intro.
Yeah, that's a long intro.
Damn. I thought it was nice with the piano.
But like
YouTube
it
was like a walk in the city.
YouTube recommends 15 to 30 seconds max. Just letting you know.
All right.
It is nice, though.
I like New York City.
I do, too. Thank you, Lindsay. Sure, you're going to get big quick. Don't forget the little people on your write-up. Lindsay's your biggest fan.
What is happening here? I see... Wait a minute.
Oh.
I just I just refreshed the page and it has 4 subscribers.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
They all left you because I'm not on there yet.
What? Because they heard you weren't on featured.
That's it. You have...
How many I got?
Oh, shit, you're right. That is weird.
What just happened?
I don't know.
The mass exodus.
No, that is strange. You're not lying.
Isn't that weird?
Well, that's whacked.
That is wild. 5. Now there's 5.
How is that?
What is happening here?
That's
You
weird.
seen this?
Yeah, I done. That's weird.
So we're gonna have fun with it. I am so busy. This is the busy time of the year as a lawyer. I have so many cases that are like ready for trial. I got yelled at by this judge. I was supposed to start one on November 4th. So, you know, that got pushed over. I have a federal case going to trial. So I will try to fit in at least once or twice a week. This is so addicting, though, when new stuff happens. You just want to get in there and see, look at this.
That's so weird. Yeah, it says we're all still subbed. Go into YouTube Studio and see what it says. Yeah, it was 28. It was 75. I don't think everyone
Yeah, it was jumping
leave.
around. It was really jumping around there. Wow.
That's weird. I mean, it was 12
like,
when we started. How is it below that?
And now it says 8.
That's weird. I think it's just a glitch. Hey Joe, I got a question.
Yeah.
Tell me if this is universal. All right. CPS is called 5 times. False CPS calls all 5 times. Go to the police. Police says there's really nothing an attorney can do because all an attorney is going to do is try to convince the DA to take the case. The cop...
Wait, police are called 5 times to the house?
No.
About... Oh.
No, CPS is called 5 times falsely.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay? So CPS is called falsely 5 times on a YouTuber. YouTuber goes down to the police. Wants the calls. No matter what, wants to grab the calls. Police says it has to go through a chain of command. It has to go through, the cop has to convince his supervisor. Supervisor has to convince the DA. DA has to convince the judge. Judge has to sign off on it. Really, the only thing you're going to do with a lawyer is bypass the bottom people, and it would have to go right to, a lawyer would go right to the DA. True?
Most states have something called FOIL, Freedom of Information Law.
Can't get that with CPS.
Yes, well, I guess it would depend on the jurisdiction. Yes, you can. Under FOIL, the only thing they can't give you is the identity of the person on a CPS claim. If it's you, the only thing they can't give you is the identity of the person who's the reporter. Because, you know, there's mandatory reporters. It could be a nurse, somebody at the school, a teacher. So they're not supposed to, they're supposed to redact that, but provide you with the complaint. I mean, you have a right as the...
Complaint, yes, but the actual call.
Oh, to listen to the call?
Yeah.
I would think you would be entitled to that too. You're entitled to the call, but it would be redacted as to who it is, their callback number, you know, stuff like that. So there's no...
yeah, but Joe's not licensed in Alabama.
Yeah, I don't know what Alabama law is, though. New York is a very liberal state. We allow a lot more liberties and freedoms of, you know, gaining access to things than other states.
Yeah, I'm showing 10. This is so weird. It was up to like 85.
Yeah, I was about to like put you on featured and damn.
No, that I think it's a glitch. It's got to be a glitch because that was weird.
So funny.
That's lower than it was when it started.
So what did you do in your first video? Like, did you just like, hey, I'm Laura, this is what my thing is, and I enjoy this true crime? Like, what do you...
I was
how do you introduce yourself?
You want to see my very first video?
Oh, yeah. Where is it? You still have it up?
Yeah. Don't laugh at my hair. Hold on.
I'm glad you're actually on, though, and not that little dot that we see, the little picture of you.
A lot of videos to go through. Hold on.
Okay, now we got 10.
Did I erase my first video?
I just figured we'd introduce ourselves and a little bit about our background and our fascination with this true crime stuff. I really just got hooked. You know, they invited me on a couple of shows and talking about these cases, and I quite often disagree with these other guys, Duty, Ron, and Bill and Phil, but we have great conversations, and sometimes we end up through our discussion coming to, you know, like another theory or conclusion.
Did you follow Making a Murder at all?
No, I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Making a Murder is?
No.
Are you
It's
crazy?
a channel?
No. That was a case. It was on Netflix. I would love to know your opinion on Making a Murderer. Stephen Avery? You guys got to watch Making a Murderer. You have to. That's what started my YouTube career.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But it's showing it's still loading, but I could show you like one of my first videos. I had 19,000 views on it.
Damn, what'd you do? Strip? For God's sake, what the hell?
That was Making a Murderer. I had
Making a Murderer.
Yeah, when I started YouTube, it was like boom. I started on Making a Murder and just went from there.
That's awesome.
But that was my 7th video. 19,000 views. That's when numbers were good.
So how does that happen? Because that must have hit some kind of algorithm, because you didn't have 19,000 subscribers. So who's viewing it? Like,
nobody was talking about making. I mean, there were very few of us actually making videos about Making a Murderer, and this was before even live streaming. This was 5 years ago. This was before live streaming everything. And yeah, you know what? They may have shut your channel. They may have thought that it was being what's the word? Spammed. Because everyone went at once. It could have been a spam.
Oh, look at that. So too many people went at once.
You want to see my bad hair? This is actually funny. I was like, you gotta look good on YouTube.
I love your community, though. Every time I get on there, I was like, hey, Joe, how you doing? You know, they're so friendly. Everybody's so nice. That's what I love about this, you know, for the most part. I know you've had some horrible videos, the last couple ones, with people attacking you.
Aw.
That's horrible.
On 2 different groups on Facebook. Insert 2 plugs here. One of them is my group, which is Uncensored. Stephen Avery and Brendan Dassey, When Police Are Corrupt, and it comes from Lynn Johnson. And the other awesome internet detective is I watch these videos. That's why I decided to get my teeth done. Facebook group. Now, check this out. Okay, first I'm going to start with Lynn's. And what Lynn discovered is, and I had not heard this before tonight, that Barb was actually in jail sitting right next to...
Are you watching this yourself, or are you going to share it?
I am showing it.
I don't see it.
It's on screen.
No, I see you.
No, it's not. You're not going to see it on Zoom. You'd only see it on my channel.
Oh, all right. I got to go to... Let me type you in.
Cute hair. But that when I watch these videos, like, oh my God, look at those teeth. And I was like, I have to get my teeth fixed. And I did.
Look at those teeth.
My bottom teeth were like destroyed for some reason. A lot of people said that I look like Suzanne Summers.
Oh. What? I see it. Oh my God. Look at that hair.
On, guess what date? November 5th. What date did they find the car? November 5th. Wow. Talk about fucked up. Now, the reason why this is even like... But what the crazy part is, this video was made 5 years ago. Kathleen Zellner, who's supposed to be this amazing attorney, came up with the exact same theory 3 years later. And became a superhero. I was like, we had this theory 2 years prior.
I'm giving that a thumbs up.
Is because on Barb's record, and it was like a stupid pot thing, but on Barb's record, it states that it didn't happen, the filing date was December 1st. Why in the world would the police lie and say it was December 1st? Now you could say to me, oh, how did I possibly find out if it wasn't filed till December 1st? Check this out. The phone records. You know those phone records? The detailed phone records? And again, this is going to be all connected on the website, which it's not finished yet. It'll be ready by Saturday, but the domain name will be guiltyinjustice.com. So here's the call log. I'm going to try to put it for November 5th, somewhere up here. And it shows that Barb was sitting in jail. They didn't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you can see it. That's it. And Mr. Scott Tadish, who by that time was... See how calm I was? So, yeah, I know. I was all quiet and calm.
Very nice.
But,
what's going on now? What is this? I really like watching your show, but I hate to see all this like fighting and.
Dude, I had 5 CPS calls. 5.
Why?
The
Why
5th one came
doing
yesterday,
this?
and I went down to the police station because these people are morons.
Ugh.
It's ridiculous. Nobody's gotten 5 CPS calls. I do nothing wrong. I don't even bother these fucking people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's terrible.
It's ridiculous. Even my kids are so numb to it. My kids are like, whatever. I said, Sade, you gotta be home 5:30 on Monday. For what? CPS called again. Okay. I mean, that's how ridiculous it's become.
That's despicable. God. I have a stalker like that. So this guy is an absolute, total crazy man. And I've never even met him. I just spoke to him on the phone once, and then, we've like corresponded back and forth, but then he just like decided I want to destroy Joe Murray and attacks me everywhere he possibly can.
That's me.
He has an email list of about 95 or some odd number of email addresses, and they're all hostages because they keep sending, take me off this list, take me off, because it's all of this hate, miserable stuff. He does little childish memes and, so he doesn't have much of an audience. So I can't wait to see him chime in too. So we all have them. But I just felt bad because a lot of your shows, I was like, oh no, why can't we talk about the crime? Why?
No, that's on my other channel. That channel is my personal vlog channel. But there's no reason why CPS needed to be called again. And there was no reason CPS needed to be called the first time, let alone 5 times. It's just gotten so like whatever. And
sadly, they can charge you with falsely reporting an incident, but a lot of the DAs are reluctant to do that because it sends a message and deters people. Oh shoot, what if I make this complaint and it turns out to be unfounded? Am I going to get arrested? So they don't want to present that, that deterrence from people calling when they truly suspect something,
Exactly. However, there has to come to a point where enough is enough. And that's what I said to the cop. And the cop said his supervisor just has to convince the DA. Done.
Yeah.
But it's got to get, he's got to do that. So, but it's just annoying. I mean, enough is enough. You don't need to keep calling CPS.
Anonymous calls?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad.
It's insane. And there's no
How do you
reason
see
for
this
it.
ending between you and this other person? Like, is there any way to resolve this?
I think they'll lose their channels. I think
to have a third party step in and
exactly. The problem is too, like I was talking a bit, my business lawyer can't do anything about YouTube CPS. I would need a lawyer for that. I would need a YouTube lawyer, not a YouTube lawyer, but a lawyer for YouTube business separate from my candle business.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, one thing I said to the cop, I don't get where the, why, you know, something can't be done. It's illegal. It's blatantly illegal to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So people just think they can get away with it. And I don't know why it doesn't happen to more people, because more people have YouTube attorneys for their YouTube business. I'm not big enough to have that.
I don't know why the police don't just bring him in for questioning.
Because they don't know what it is.
only kidding.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I gotcha. You know, I'm just saying that laws need to be put in place that you can't just call CPS. You just can't. I mean, you have to be able to stop that. But there's not, and people know there's not. Where if it was a cop, like I even said to the cop, if someone calls CPS, someone calls the police and has you swatted, you can get that call. But you can't get the call if it's CPS. So that's why they keep calling CPS. Texas, I'm trying to leave, believe me.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that, getting the call. I'm sure they won't they'll redact the name and phone number
I
and
don't
all
care
that
about
stuff.
the
But but even the voice might be identifiable, so
That's what I want.
They may just transcribe it.
All right, let me ask his last question. I'm really getting off because I'm starving. But
okay.
I spoke to a friend of mine who was a writer for New York, for one of the mayors of New York City. I don't remember which one, but he's a political writer.
Mm-hmm.
There should be law. How do I change the law? And I know this is a long conversation, but how do I change the law that if you have a completely unfounded, not unfounded that it was a legit case, but if totally unfounded, like they don't even have my name right, or they don't even have the kids' names right. I mean, the CPS worker called me my name that wasn't even my name. When it's that unfounded, the police can track the call to show that it didn't even come from Alabama. Those calls, you should be able to hear who's making false calls on you. How do you enact a law that allows the person to get those calls when it's proven that it is completely fabricated, you have no connection to this person, nothing? How do we enact a law for that?
Due process. You have an absolute 14th Amendment due process, and your state too constitution would have a due process clause. Due process requires that you be given notice of it and an opportunity to be heard as far as disclosing it. So if they're taking any action against you,
no,
they have to reveal that.
There's no action.
They can't just, but they're not taking action against you.
No.
You said they're unfounded.
All unfounded.
So they're not taking any action against you. I don't know if I would support such a law because it is so important. Children are so vulnerable. To deter people from, even if it is out of state, who knows?
Okay.
Maybe there's a good faith reason for someone out of state to call, and make a complaint.
Okay. So let me give you another example. They said now twice that I have a sex offender living with me. I don't even have a boyfriend, let alone a sex offender in my house. That's completely fabricated nonsense. That I should be able to get the call on. That's the law I want to
agree
attack.
with you 100%, but let's look at it objectively that I didn't know it was you and I get this call. I think that's a concern, that if you have children in the home and you have a sex offender living with them, because that's a violation of the SORA, Sex Offender Registry Act. They can't live within certain proximity to schools and kids. So I would want to investigate that. But if it turned out to be not true, I mean, again, to reveal the source, because it acts as a deterrence. I know this is a bad faith call, but it's a deterrence to good faith calls. And because children are so vulnerable, I think, you know, that's a tough law to put into place.
That's what my friend said.
Certainly after so many times, I think you should be able to go to a judge and have an in-camera inspection, let the judge hear this, and, you know, see the complaints. And, you know, if you did get an attorney to do that, if you know who it is or have a good...
I know it's coming from YouTube, but I don't know exactly who it is.
Yeah. I would say you could bring an action against them, and then once you have the action, start subpoenaing IP addresses, whoever, you know, cell phones, whatever you can get from these calls to identify the caller, and then just, you know, trace it that way. But you don't even know who it is. I mean, you could just, you know, do you against John Doe and start that way, because you don't have the person identified, but you have to start an action. You could just make it John Doe and then get these, you know, subpoenas served so you can get the IP addresses and stuff like that. However these complaints are coming in, if they're calls or email complaints, website complaints, you could do that. I mean, it would be expensive, but if it's relentless like that, I think, you know, you would have a cause of action against them.
Well, that's what the cop said. But
yeah,
he said it's just going to take time because it has to go through the chain of command. But I'm thinking,
yeah, you would have you be the plaintiff versus John Doe, and then start issuing, you know, subpoenas to get this material. You know, all the trace the calls, trace the electronics, whatever, whoever's doing this.
And my lawyer friend Joe's going to help me?
Joe just told you about all the trials he has to do now, and I'm getting crushed. But yeah, I don't mind talking to you about it, but actually handling it, I'm not even remotely close to being admitted in Alabama. So,
I know you're not in Alabama,
but I can walk you through it and tell you what you have to do. But that's an interesting way of doing it, and that stuff is there. It's not gonna disappear, you know. And just opting on the side of caution, you can send a preservation letter telling the agency to preserve all of those records and calls and, you know, whatever communications they received about it or had with the person, recordings, everything, preserve it. And which I think they automatically are anyway on a server, but send a preservation letter and then start an action. In New York, it costs $210 to get an index number. Now you have a cause of action that you can, you know, file, and then start serving your subpoenas.
I can do that. I'm just trying to make it faster and easier on the police. Cops said, you know, they just have to go through. It'll take some time. You know, it's not something that's going to happen in a day because it's not high priority. But it's, you know, just like DHS has to go through the process, they got to go through the process.
Yeah.
So, all right, but let me.
Yeah, I'm sure the police would help you, though. They're not just going to say, you know.
They just said don't think it's going to happen overnight because it has to go through the chain of command. But I just want to enact laws that something, you know, that people can't do this. You can't just keep calling CPS like it's no big deal. That's not fair. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to the kids. It's just not right. It goes on my record for 5 years, which is another thing I want to enact a law. That if you have an unfounded report, it should not be on your record for 5 years. I'm sorry, but I should not have the shit on my record for 5 years when I've done nothing wrong. But some idiots on YouTube want to call. That's bullshit. And it's not, my kids aren't young. My kids are 17, and 14. CPS doesn't need to be in our life. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. I could see if I had little tiny kids, but I don't. I got 3 teenagers.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. They'll be
That's
aged
awesome.
out by the time it comes off my record. That's insane.
Yeah. Yep.
So those are the laws that I want to enact.
Those are the laws. Yeah, but you gotta take a 360 view. You're taking a LoRa view. You gotta look at a 360 view and what the impact will be. I don't know if that's really, the harm we want to protect. When you balance it, like, yes, you're going to protect people like you, but how many of you versus how many the negative impact of that?
Well, there's a lot of me in a custody case. Custody cases, false CPS calls happen all the time. And judges know it. Judges know that a lot of them are false calls.
But a lot of the reason why nobody takes action is because the deterrence factor. We don't want to deter people from exposing harm to vulnerable kids. That's, the general public policy,
No. Why are you pushing me? Damn dog. All right, I got to get off. My dog's driving me nuts, and I'm starving. And I've been on 3.5 hours.
You're amazing. You
Aren't I
are
amazing? Amazing.
So let me just see here, because I started out with 52 subscribers. I now have 17. Thanks, Laura.
No, but that's so weird.
Good to see you.
I'm telling you, it's a glitch because you had
It was
83.
such a pleasure.
You had 83.
Have me on tomorrow, and I'll start from 0 again.
No, seriously, you had 83, and then it just disappeared. It was the strangest thing. I'm telling you, they think it's spamming.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think
do.
you're right.
I think they ruled it as spamming, and they automatically deleted it because it was there.
Yep.
We all saw it. Wouldn't that be harassment if someone kept doing it maliciously? Yes, but you have to know who the person is. That's the one thing the cop asked me. If I knew who it was without having to listen to the calls, yes, cops can arrest them for harassment. Thank you, Amy. But
that's a great point, and you're right. And the squad should really do what I'm telling you to do by getting your lawsuit and doing your subpoenas. They could do them, and it won't cost you a dime. They should subpoena the source of these complaints, whatever it is, a phone, cell phone, whatever, and just get that data to track down who it is and then do their investigation. Because 5 complaints is more than enough for them to open up a case.
I agree.
It's just their resources. Do they have the manpower to do that? I don't know what the department is. It a small department, big department?
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, so maybe they'll do that for you. And get them to do it, and they'll do it for free.
That's what he said. He said a lawyer is just going to bypass me, my supervisor, and go right to the DA, who's going to go right to the judge. But, that's a more expensive route. But we'll do it. It's just going to take some time. And don't expect it to be done overnight. There could be 4 more calls by the time this gets done. But as long as the person gets arrested, I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah, good. So keep in touch about that, because I'm curious myself how they're going to handle that.
I will. Thank you, Monique. I definitely will, because it's just aggravating. I mean, it's just annoying that it just keeps fucking happening, and it's not fair and it's not right. And
it's so dirty too.
It is dirty. Answer, please. What? Hold on. I thought I did answer you. Yes, it would be harassment, but you have to know the person. You can't do harassment and not know who it is, because you can't just arrest every single person that harasses you.
Yeah.
So it is.
But it's so horrible, especially that taking police resources or CPS resources away from someone who could be in danger.
Absolutely.
And now they're chasing this ghost, with your complaint.
I yelled at her. I was so mad. I yelled at her. I was like, oh, hell no. I said, you guys got to do something. She's like, well, it's your prerogative if you don't want to cooperate. I'll cooperate if you guys cooperate. Find out who's doing this and to go after them.
Is it the same caseworker that's coming? It should be.
There's 2 of them. This one is the one I don't care for. Thank you, Sherry. This is the one I don't particularly care for. And then there is another guy who's very laxed. He knows these are bullshit calls. He's already looked into it. But this one goes through the whole damn thing. It's unreal. I'm like, this is so crazy and so stupid. And I was like, I'm tired of it. And then she says to me, I'm not giving you because I started taping her halfway through. She's like, I'm not giving you the authority to record me because I know last time you put it on your YouTube channel. How the fuck would you even know that? So the person that's calling told you that I put it on my channel? Are you kidding me? Yeah, but this doesn't come from YouTube, right? Like, how the fuck would she know it was on my channel?
See, that's where the police can dig deeper, and you should be asking for those documents too, because there is an investigatory file there. They actually, it sounds like, spoke to this person. It wasn't just a call, an anonymous call.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. They actually spoke to this person. I didn't even think of that.
Dig in.
All right, I will. I told the cop that I would do a lot of my own work. I said, I don't have a problem doing my own stuff for you. I'll make your life easy. Just get this to the DA.
Yeah.
He said, send me what you got. Send me everything. I said, not a problem. I will do whatever I got to do to get this done faster. But I know how cops are. They don't want to work.
Likely will. I think it'll go.
You know, they don't
want to work. This stuff is all traceable.
That's what I say. So, all right. I am out. It is now 9 o'clock. I started at 5:30. So thank you guys for a super chat. And as always, Joe, it's been a pleasure. I'm sure tomorrow your numbers will be back up. I don't know what the hell happened. That was very fucking weird. But it has happened. Tell girlfriend I said hello. And guys, have a wonderful night. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Good night.
Good night, Joe.
Good night, everybody.